go up there. Good to see Noel and McAllister either side of Goyne. So it's really a good attacking 11 for Forest Green. Cardwell and Quigley are both on the bench. So they've got some really good positions to have up there. So look at the table. Forest Green have got 3 points. They're going to sit back and go push forward and try and expand the pitch.
This afternoon, Colorado National, Forest Green Rovers, and
Hello everyone and a warm welcome here to the Laithwaite Community Stadium for Woking against Forest Green Rovers. Woking are winless in their last 7 league games, so how they'd love victory today, but it doesn't get any tougher than this. League leaders, Forest Green Rovers, in town this afternoon, and they're on a run of 5 straight wins in all competitions. And of course Woking coming into this game off the back of 2 away defeats at Tamworth and of course Solihull on Wednesday evening, where Michael Dawes said he was pleased with the performance there. So again, there are signs of Woking, although the results aren't there at the moment. They have good performances against York City, Eastleigh, and of course Solihull Moors. They were in front, and of course Keane Harris had a chance to make it 2-0 from the spot. Anyway, let's talk through a lineup starting with Woking. So Michael Dawes goes unchanged for this one. Will Jaskalainen in goal. Backliner Dion Kelly-Evans, Keane Harris, Max Dyche and Adam Chickson. Dan Moss on the right with Denon Lewis continuing on the left-hand side with Tanji Akinola, Jamie Andrews and Harry Buteman in the middle. Dion Moore gets another start up front as well. As for Forest Green, they line up as follows. They make one change with Tom Knowles coming into the side for Sercom. So it's Jed Ward in goal, backline of Sean Long, Ryan Innes, Jordan Moore-Taylor and Jamie Robson. Adam May, Charlie McCann and Emmanuel Osadebe in midfield. And of course I mentioned Tom Knowles coming into the side. He'll play on the left. Carl McAllister top scorer on the right and Christian Doige in the middle. The sub benches are as follows. Woking's is Ollie Webber, Timmy Odosina. Of course it's good to see him back in the matchday squad. Dale Gorman, Charlie Kendall. Now Charlie Kendall was sent off on Wednesday night, but he is in the squad for today, so I assume that must have been taking away his red card in the end. And Lewis Walker, Matt Warren, Jermaine Anderson make up the bench. As for the visitors, it's Jamie Searle, the goalkeeper, Marcel Lavernier, Ben Tozer, Harry Bunker, Jacob Maddox, Joe Quigley and Harry Cardwell. Man alongside me today is Ian Nicholson. Ian, another disappointing result, but Michael Dawes said he was pleased with the performance the other night.
Yes, I was at the game and covering the game, and I thought Woking played very well. And I think there was the missed penalty, and there was also but I think when teams haven't had a great run, I think you're almost sitting there as fans. I don't know if players have time to think about it, but you're almost sitting there thinking, oh, when's it going to go wrong? Whereas when teams are on a good run, you think when it's going wrong, you just think, when's it going to go right? And so there was that feeling when Solihull scored, which really they didn't have many chances in that second half, and Woking really threw a lot at Solihull and just didn't quite come off. So Solihull are a good side in this league, so I think there were positives to take from that game and to build on.
A lot of the fans were crying out for Michael Dawes to try and get an unchanged side together and maybe get players at a run together, and he has gone unchanged today against Forest Green.
Yeah, I think managers like to show loyalty to players that have done well, and I think similarly, if it hasn't gone well, there'll probably be wholesale changes. But I think you want to stick with players who perform well and show that loyalty. It makes the players feel that if they put the effort in, if they put the performance in, they're going to keep the shirt.
So Forest Green in their pink and black away strip, shooting from right to left. to kick us off here this afternoon at the Laythwaite Community Stadium. So referee James Bancroft just making sure that everything is set here. Can Woking surprise everyone and beat the league leaders? We're underway in. It's a long ball hit from the back straight away from Jordan Moore-Taylor, dealt with by the head of Dion Kelly-Evans. Good pressure straight away from Dan Moss, forcing McCann to play it backwards to his goalkeeper Jed Ward.
Good header clear by Kelly-Evans there. I mean, my initial impression of this Forest Green, they are very big. There are some very big units there.
Yeah, the long ball sent up to Christian Doyle. You just flick on towards Knowles, who's coming to the side today. Kelly-Evans hits it off the right foot of Knowles, and that'll be an early throw to the Cards, 30 seconds in. And how Woking would love a quick start to get the fans going. Again, extremely tough test for them. If they can replicate what they did against York, though, then they've got a fighting chance. And Kelly-Evans still waiting to take this throw in on their side, deep inside the Woking half. Kelly-Evans' throw, flicked on from Moore, being chased down from Buteman, just behind halfway, and May calmly plays it back into the feet of Innes. Innes goes long. Again, Kelly-Evans with another header towards centre circle. McCann heads through the middle. Doidge at a touch and field. Scooped up in the air, spinning over halfway from Andrews. And good header away there by Moore-Taylor. Now picked up in the centre circle from May. May clips out to the right side. Ball's a little bit in behind McAllister. McAllister does pick it up, plays it down the flank for Osadebe. Osadebe keeps hold of it, plays it back to McAllister. In field to May. May whips it forwards and got far too much on that pass there to May. And it's a Woking throw in on the left hand side.
Forest Green, probably one of the early clubs to have a big injection of money through Dale Vince, their investor, and obviously their green credentials are very well known now at this level. But yeah, he's put a lot of money in over the years, and they were always going to be, even though they really went into freefall last year, they were always going to be a powerful force this season.
Yeah, without a doubt. And it's a throw from Chickson back to Keane Harris, lifts it up the left hand side on the bounce. Moore can't quite beat Innes in the air. Now Doidge heads it backwards to Osadebe, cleared away from Kelly-Evans. Not clearances so far for Kelly-Evans in the first 2 minutes. Header one from Innes. Doidge picks it up inside right, heavy touch there. And now Keane Harris long towards Dan Moss, making a run through the centre. Moore's beaten the air by Moore-Taylor. Flick on there into the path of Osadebe, and Osadebe gliding through to the box. That's a brilliant sliding challenge there from Max Dyche, and Jas Klein dives down onto the ball, and that is excellent defending there for Max Dyche.
Brilliant work by Max Dyche. Osadebe was through there, and he was just shaping to shoot, and Max Dyche came in with a last ditch tackle. Could have easily given away a penalty, but it was a perfectly timed and delivered. So
outstanding there for Max Dyche. Keane Harris switches the play to Dan Moss. Moss in the attacking third. Moss lets the cut in. Moss tackled in the end. And now Knowles towards Doidge. Good sliding challenge from Dyche just up on halfway in the centre circle with Andrews. Plays it back lightly to Keane Harris. Harris with Osadebe, put him under pressure. Goes back to his goalkeeper, Will Jaskelainen. Of course, was out of the game against Tamworth last weekend. Came back to line up midweek. Harris just over halfway, picked up the centre circle from Andrews. Now Buteman, first time pass to Akinola, square to Kelly-Evans. Can he play it down line? Play it short to Moss, in field towards Akinola. Lovely combination plays in Akinola and Moss. Now Moss gets the cross in towards the near post, cleared away there from Moore-Taylor. Cleared only as far as Jamie Andrews in the centre. This is good pressure from Woking. 3.5 minutes played. Kelly-Evans gives it away, looking to win it back. It's cleared in the end by Moore-Taylor. Then Dyche turns away from Doidge and squares up Harris, and out Harris back to Jaskelainen. Jaskelainen just in front of the 6-yard box, clears his lines. Faint flick on there for Akino, just over halfway now. Moore holds it up. Moore does brilliantly there against Moore-Taylor. Squares it for Moss, overlap around to Kelly-Evans. Moss holds up, turns now back towards halfway. Now it's in the Woking half with Max Dyche. One touch for his left foot and moves right back to Jaskelainen. Harris wants to receive the ball, but Jaskelainen is going long towards the right hand side. Moss in the attacking third. Moss heads it down just to behind Dion. Buteman makes a run in the air. Buteman heads just going to adjust his feet, and it's back in the hands of Jed Ward. Just fell to Buteman maybe when he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, he was coming in fast and it fell to him, and it just needed a light touch and then pull the trigger, and he just overhit it and it went through to the keeper. A fast and furious start though from both sides.
Yeah, this is hopefully going to be an entertaining game of football. 4.5 minutes played. That was a really good chance there. Buteman just couldn't get his feet sorted out. Again, great header from Dan Moss as well to cause a bit of chaos heading that in field. Jed Ward direct towards Doidge. Doidge close to penalty, wins the head against Kelly-Evans. A bit of a mismatch, but it doesn't matter in the end as it goes out for a goal kick.
very experienced player, Christian Deutsch.
It's going to be a tough task today for Dyche and Harry's, but Max Dyche will certainly be full of confidence. That tackle on Osadebe, and Jasklein starts off the goal kick by playing it short to Harry's on halfway. Then Lewis heads it infield towards header Andrews heads it down now to Peterman, charging towards the box. More Taylor's across though. That's a nice turn there by Long away from Lewis. Now Long towards Deutsch, holds it up just behind halfway. Heavy touch from Deutsch over his midriff. And then Akinola in the centre circle, lays it back right foot to Dyche. Dyche chasing down the ball, pressurised from McCann, and Dyche clears that out of bounds for a throw to Woking. Just over 5 minutes played here at the Layford Community Stadium. A bright start from both sides again. Woking looking promising going forwards. And they'll be looking Den and Lewis. It's good to see him getting a run against together again. He's someone Ian, you thought he played well the other night against Solihull.
I did. I thought he was man of the match, and he's someone who's had his fair bit of criticism from fans, but I thought he was excellent, and he really delivers the crosses.
Dyche whips it along for Moore, chase on the right hand side. Moore gets to it, but the offside flag is up against it. Good idea there from Dyche, and Moore just timed his run a little bit too early, but promising signs. And of course Michael Dahl managing against a club where he was assistant to Ian Birchnell, Forest Green, where of course Michael Dahl's assistant Ben Turner was also involved in the coaching staff there. So free kick here for Forest Green, but bright start from both sides here. Hopefully that will continue here at the Layford Community Stadium. And Jed Ward to take this free kick for Forest Green in the middle of the half, and there's a light blue goalkeeper kit, flows it towards the left hand side. Good work there for Kelly Evans just to lean into Knowles and make sure that Woking get the throw in deep inside their own half on the right hand side. Early goal in the National League. It's come against Hartlepool United, still looking for a new manager. They lead Aldershot by 1-0. So that's the only goal so far, very early stages of the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the National League. You listen to BBC Radio Surrey's coverage of Woking versus Forest Green Rovers live on the BBC Sport website, BBC Sounds. Kelly Evans takes a throw, and that deflects off the left back Robson. Looks like it's a free kick, must have come off his left hand. And Kelly Evans plays the free kick back to Dyche. Here's Jaskelainen. Now Jaskelainen collects it. That pass from Dyche, just a little bit away from Jaskelainen, but not a lot of power in it. So Jaskelainen quickly adjusts his body. Jaskelainen's long ball towards Moss. He's beaten the air, and it's a throw here for Woking's take just behind halfway. Kelly Evans and Akinola combine. Akinola up towards Moss. Moss wins the header, but it goes in field to May. Nice feet from May against Harry Beatsman, who played for Sutton United before. It is Long, Sean Long, infield to Ryan Ennis, cross to the Woking skipper Jordan Moore Taylor. Here's Jamie Robson. Robson goes back to Moore Taylor. Now a bit of possession here for the Forest Green Rovers back line, and just trying to calm things here. Ennis to Moore Taylor. A bit of game of chess here. Seeing the Forest Green back line, the Woking forwards. Moore chasing down Ennis, but Ennis now goes long towards Deutsch, wins the flick on towards the left hand side. Knowles chasing it down the byline against Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans slides towards the ball. Looked like it come on Kelly Evans or Knowles last. Well, it is a goal kick in the end. I think Kelly Evans collided with one of the photographers there. Yeah, he did. So Kelly Evans just helping him back to his feet again. That's the risk sometimes you take being a football photographer, but I'm sure they wouldn't change it for the world having that lovely pitch side view. But yeah, Kelly back on his feet now. It's good to see.
Little posse of photographers down there, aren't there? I don't know. Maybe they're with Forest Green. There's not the normal Woking photographer, who is excellent, I have to say. Phil Fiddis, give a shout out to Phil Fiddis, who's doing brilliantly.
Well, certainly it's a lovely ball from Jaskelainen. Finds Kelly Evans, chests it over halfway, chase it down inside right. Comes off McCann to Moss. Now Woking level the penalty on the right side with Dion Moore. Peels out wide. Moore's ball towards Moss, forces Jed Ward into a save. That was great play there from Dion Moore. He's had an impressive start more in the first 9 minutes. He peeled out to the right hand side, low ball towards Moss at near post, hit it with his right foot and saved by Jed Ward.
Yeah, well done by Moore. He brought pace there to that. Took it, gave a shimmy down to the touchline, ball across. Moss's shot was on target and well saved. But again, promising from Woking.
I think Michael Dahl can be pleased with the start. First 9.5 minutes here at the Layford Community Stadium against Forest Green Rovers. Corner in from Andrews towards the back post. Header from Dyche blocked. hooked into the centre from Harris, cleared away from Forest Green again, looping just behind the area. Kelly Evans heads it through the centre but over Beachman's head and with Ward. Now Ward released it quickly with his right foot for not the foot. The ball chased in from McAllister. That's a brilliant hook there from Adam Chickson. Take a bow, and Jamie Andrews hasn't won the he has won the throw now, hits it off Knowles, and that will be a throw to Woking. That was outstanding there from Adam Chickson, cool as you like.
It's the sort of interception where you could really be made to look an idiot with that ball going through, but he timed it perfectly, and otherwise Forest Green would have been through on goal. Kelly
Evans takes the throw, infield to Akinola. Harris across to Dyche. Dyche midway inside the Woking half. Pumps it down the right hand side towards Dion Moore. Head away from Moore Taylor. Again, Woking getting up the pitch, and Kelly Evans to take the throw. So just over 10 minutes gone here at the Layfake Community Stadium. Woking 0, Forest Green 0. Right start from both sides. Moore and Kelly Evans combine from the throw. May blocks Kelly Evans' pass. Another throw for Woking, just by the Forest Green dugout. So Dion Kelly Evans has Buteman calling for it in field, but he's been well marked there, Buteman. Throw to goes to Akinola instead. Kelly Evans has it again, hits it off McCann. Now falls to Knowles. Knowles tackle from Moss. Akinola nicks in front of McCann. Moss holds up, just received a little kick there from Robson. So free kick to Woking. They keep themselves up the field there. So Andrews to take the free kick from the right hand side. 11 minutes played, Woking 0, Forest Green 0. Boston are taking the lead at Eastleigh, and Yeovil lead Maidenhead by a goal to nil. Of course, the first goal of the afternoon was Hartlepool taking the lead against Aldershot Town. So free kick to come in there from Jamie Andrews, in swinger from the right hand side, midway in the Forest Green Rovers half. Andrews delivers the ball towards the back post. Head up into the air now, falls to Harry just behind the 6-yard box, and Forest Green managed to clear it away through Innes on his far as Adam Chickson just in front of the centre circle. Now lays it back in that zone of the pitch to Kelly Evans. Now Kelly Evans to Jaskalainen just in front of the D. Jaskalainen, long left-footed pass right through the centre for Moore to hold up. Moore flicks it infield, can't quite find Buteman. May plays it back. That's a first-time pass from Robson to McAllister in a bit of space. Heading towards halfway now, lifts it down the left flank, too far away from Knowles. And Jaskalainen comfortably across, just flicks it up into his hands, right side of his box, and an overarm throw out here to Adam Chickson midway inside the Woking half. Chickson looks back to Keane Harris and finds him. Harris across to Dyche. Kelly Evans in a bit of space. Dyche looking to pick him out, but Knowles standing close by. Then Dyche just play it to Kelly Evans. Now Kelly Evans has space to roam over halfway. Kelly Evans striding forwards here, inside right, heading towards the box. Kelly Evans pass it short to Moore, just behind the area, holds it up. Still Dion Moore. Moore tackled in the end. Great tackle from Moore Taylor. And then played back from McCann to May, and now Forest Green have it in their midfield just in front of the box. Now Ryan Innes up towards the centre circle. Dyche beats Doige in the air. Drops it to Dion Moore midway inside the Forest Green half. Hooks it out to the right side. Kelly Evans keeps him playing. Sends it back towards halfway where Dan Moss is situated. Goes further back to Dyche. Taps it to Keane Harris. Harris now plays it through the centre circle. Moore takes it on his right foot, then on his left. Squares it to Buteman. Woking come forwards here on the left. Buteman out to Denon Lewis. Lewis taking on Long. Now Lewis cuts in the box. Lewis goes for a low shot, and Ward's down at his near post. Bit of a tame shot from Denon Lewis, but again, really nicely worked from Woking from the back.
Woking started this game, this first 13 minutes, very impressively, and they've been on the front foot. Don't get me wrong, Forest Green on 2 or 3 occasions, on the break in particular, have been very dangerous, and obviously that's always the danger when you're pressing forward in numbers as Woking are. But let's give Woking credit for this time. It's been very, very good start by them.
Certainly has been. Long ball towards the inside left to Doige. Doige flicks on towards Knowles. Is that a foul there?
He got that right. It's handball.
It was a foul. It was a handball from Doige as he climbed with Max Dyche. Again, the referee James Bancroft is in a good position to see that. So free kick to Woking. And Michael Doyle will be pleased with the start. So scores games with goals in National League so far. Barnet lead Rochdale by a goal to nil. EC 0, Boston 1, Hartlepool 1, Aldershot 0. Southend take lead against Tamworth, and Yeovil 1 up against Maidenhead United. Just approaching the 14th minute here at the Layfake Community Stadium. Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 0. Jaskalainen towards Moore. Ball just find the box, then Moss heads it in field, can't quite find Buteman. Towards goal, over the bar for Denon Lewis. There's a head clash in the area. 2 players are down. One Woking and one Forest Green. It's Lewis who smashed that one over the bar. And just trying to see who's gone down here. I think, was that Dan Moss climbing? It was indeed Dan Moss was climbing for the ball. He's back on his feet, which is good to see. He was climbing with the Forest Green skipper Jordan Moore Taylor. So good seeing them both back on their feet now. But Dan Lewis had fell to him in inviting position just behind the area on the bounce.
It did, and the chance was made by Dan Moss's headed interception across, and it was laid back, and Lewis came in. He really should have kept it down, but it's he hit it really cleanly, but it was over the bar, and a great chance there for Woking.
Certainly was, and again, Dan Lewis with another shot at a pretty tame one a couple of minutes ago. That one was hit with a lot of power, but was leaning back. Cainton quite quickly though to make a decision right on the spot, and it's a ball forward from Ward now. Kicked on from Deutsch, cleared on the bounce, and Kelly Evans. Buteman beating the air from May. McCann holds up against Akinola, then loses it. Buteman halfway, plays it back to Andrews. Andrews trying to find the runner more down the right hand side, and Ward comes out of his box, then one touch to take it in his area, picks it up. Just over a quarter now played here at the Layford Community Stadium. Woking started brightly. Deadlock hasn't been broken so far. Here's Innes to Jordan Moore-Taylor. Jamie Robson, bit of space, but Moore-Taylor looks to his right instead and goes to his partner in crime at the back, Ryan Innes. Midway inside the Forest Green half is Sean Long. Back to Innes. Innes clips it just over halfway. Deutsch in the centre circle. Dyche clatters into the back of him, and the referee gives a free kick. Dyche frustrated about that one. He felt he came fairly through the back of him, but the referee disagreed. Buteman complaining as well, but it will be a free kick to Forest Green Rovers in the centre circle, and Jordan Moore-Taylor just lays the ball down for Adam May to take this one. Just right edge of the centre circle, and
they've sent Innes up, they've sent Deutsch up. Innes must be, I imagine, 6'6".
Woking need to be alert here. It's a free kick to coming for Forest Green Rovers, just in front of the centre circle. Flipped in from May, looking for the head at Innes. Innes heads it across the face of goal, and it's grabbed from Will Jaskalainen. Now Jaskalainen hits it quickly, right footed, too far away from Dion Moore though. And there's a shame there, because again, Moore would have tried to get himself one-on-one with the centre back. Jaskalainen couldn't quite release him, but again, big side Forest Green Rovers, and Innes won that header, headed it right to the centre of the 6-yard area, but and Jaskalainen did well to get to that quickly. Couldn't quite get Dion Moore away down the right hand side. Throw here for the visitors. 17 minutes on the clock. Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 0. Jamie Robson's throw, headed down from Moss, falls back to Robson, infield to May. Buteman close by to him, hits it in between Buteman and Moore, does May. Now Innes just in front of the D, out to Long. McAllister back to Long, way inside zone half. That's a nice pass and field to pick out Jordan Moore-Taylor in space. Now Moore-Taylor can stride through the middle of his own half, now in the centre circle. Moore-Taylor long towards the right hand side, just a bit too high for Osadebe. Good idea though. Now Jaskalainen rolls it quickly to Jamie Andrews, inside left, approaching halfway. Lewis wants to pass into feet. Andrews moving Woking up the pitch, then stops level with the centre circle, plays it back in his own half to Keane Harris. Harris left foot to pass, finds Buteman in the centre. Buteman close to the area now, infield out to Moss. Now Moss sets up Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans one touch to take it towards the box. Good standing challenge there with the left foot of Jamie Robson. I didn't think that gave Kelly Evans a last, but according to the officials, it is a goal kick to Forest Green Rovers.
They're a lot closer to it than we are. One of the challenges, I was talking to some of the younger players, they say the big thing about stepping up at this level from academy football and not playing regularly is you have to concentrate for 90 minutes. That's you can't relax for 1 second, and so Woking have started really well, but it is a 90-minute game obviously, and Woking need to keep this going.
Osadebe to McAllister, just about kept in play. Osadebe 10 yards beyond halfway, plays it from the right hand side back to Moore-Taylor. Cross now to Robson. Robson pats his goalkeeper. Moore pressing from the front, but Ward stays calm and squares it in the box to Innes. Now Innes, one touch to take out the air. Moore keeps on closing down the centre backs. Here's Osadebe now, holds off his opposite number. Jamie Andrews does brilliantly. Pass there from Long, intercepted from Akinola, clears it. Maybe Akinola could have taken a touch and played the pass, but he just wanted to get out his feet quickly, Akinola. And it's a throw to Forest Green Rovers. Southend now 2-0 up against Tamworth. Halifax have taken the lead against York City. So some score updates from National League, just over 19 minutes played here. It's Woking 0, Forest Green 0. Forest Green have a throw deep inside their own half for Sean Long to take. Is Long going to go infield or forwards? He goes forwards Down that right hand side, Doige flicks on. Header one from Chickson. Another throw for Forest Green. Still just inside their own half. So Long has Mays an infield option. Again, I think he'll continue to go down that line to Doige. Osadebe in close proximity. Just over halfway. May showed himself inside, but tightly marked from Beatsman. Osadebe plays it back now into the feet of Long. Innes now. A couple of touches with his right foot. Now sets himself made for a long ball. Puts his right foot on top of the ball, still just toying with Woking forwards here. Innes just breezes past Peterman like he wasn't even there. Innes now halfway in the centre, gives it away to Moss. That's an excellent tackle against McCann. And now Moss with another sliding challenge there, just front of the halfway line. Innes came in, and the Woking bench are absolutely furious. And the referee goes to his pocket. What card's it going to be? It's a red. Innes is off. And that was a 50-50 challenge there to Moss and Innes. Hopefully Moss is alright, but it looked a very strong one. And again, the Woking bench were up in arms about that one. So Forest Green Rovers, just over 20 minutes gone, are down to 10 men. Ryan Innes with the challenge on halfway against Dan Moss. That looked a nasty one. Ian, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, they both went for the ball, and it was Dan Moss had already won 50-50, and he went in again, and really looks as though he could be in a bit of a bad way there. He's lying down, his head's stationary, the physio's on the ground with him, just checking his neck. I think he got it could have been something to the head as well, not as more than the leg, I think. But the referee was on it straight away, and red card out, and
hopefully
this is going to change the dynamic of the game. And Woking have started very well, but in some ways it won't make it much easier, because they've got to keep on the front foot. And but well done Dan Moss, he's so wholehearted. He won that chance earlier with his header into the box that Dylan Lewis put over, and then won a couple of incredible challenges there, and obviously the second one was red card. And it's nice to see Knowles of Forest Green going over and just tapping Dan Moss on the arm, hoping he's okay. They brought out a stretcher as well.
And then the referee just calling for calm as Charlie McCann and Emmanuel Osadebe, two Forest Green players, just come across in the centre circle. Yeah, Dan Moss still being treated. Obviously, if you think back to the first home game this season, it was a very nasty challenge, and Kelly Evans on Greg Ollie. Hopefully Dan Moss isn't as hurt, but again, it was a extremely strong challenge from Ryan Innes. I think there was referee had no doubt in his mind to give a red card to Forest Green Rovers man, but as Ian was alluding to, that's why Dan Moss is such a cult hero here at Woking. Again, two real strong, wholehearted challenges, and again he was brave going into that one. Again, Innes had every right to go for the ball, but just went in there. Dan Moss just nipped in ahead of Ryan Innes, and certainly like Dan Moss got nasty knock possibly on the head. So again, the stewards are around, physios as well. So this might be a little bit of time. Again, the stretcher was brought on a moment ago. I'm still not sure if Dan Moss will need it, but again, Forest Green Rovers just having some instructions by Steve Cottrell again. Keane Harris comes across to Michael Doyle along with Max Dyche as well. So again, it's going to make things interesting. Forest Green Rovers being down to 10 minutes. Good to see Dan Moss sitting up now. It's a nice warm round of applause from the Woking supporters. So it doesn't like a physio be needed. And Dan Moss back on his feet now, and again, such bravery going in for those challenges. That's exactly what his game is all about. He had a brilliant start this month as well. Again, getting his first ever Woking goal in that draw against York City. And Woking showed that they compete with the top side, and you know what they've shown the first 24 minutes. They've done well against Forest Green. So Dan Moss, again, just on the sidelines, taking a quick swig of water, talking with Ben Turner. Be interesting to see who will be come back on Dan Moss. I have to go through just a quick check to see how he is. So Will Jaskelainen just on the halfway line talking with the referee. Now Jaskelainen has the ball given to him, and substitution here for Forest Green Rovers. Off comes Tom Knowles, who actually just came into the side today, so yeah, not really what he wanted at all. He's returned back into the lineup, but needs must, and Steve Cottrell's taking him off for Ben Tozer. So first substitution of the match.
That shows the strength, really, doesn't it, of the Forest Green squad when they can replace Innes with Ben Tozer, long throw specialist as well. So that will change the dynamic.
And most certainly, and it's Will Jaskalainen take the free kick now for Woking. So Forest Green Rovers down to 10 men. Ryan Innes sent off. Strong challenge on Dan Moss, just in front of the halfway line. And Dale Gorman's been shown a yellow card here. So it's another card for Woking when the player isn't even on the pitch. And
Dale Gorman, who has picked up a lot of yellow cards this season, and he even gets it when he's a substitute. So I have really no idea, but at least it wasn't a Charlie Kendall moment where he was sent off midweek for stepping onto the pitch as a substitute.
Yeah, most certainly. And he is on the bench today, though, Charlie Kendall. So
yeah, maybe I don't know whether there was no violence in it. He wasn't even on the field to play. So maybe I don't know the rules. Maybe a substitution does a sort of suspension doesn't count in those situations.
I have to put that one to Michael Doyle after match. So now 10-man Forest Green Rovers have got to adapt, and Will Jaskalainen puts the free kick in towards Headed Moore. Headed out the box there for Robson, headed back towards the feet of Harris. Dyche, that's a great save there from Ward. Harris on the volley, and Ward got down to his right hand side to push it away.
Great effort there by Cian Harris. He hit it cleanly. It was going towards the corner. We were right in line, but also due credit, a great save by Jed Ward.
It was superb. Saw that quite late as well, Ward. Cian Harris was alert. Down to his right hand side to push it away. Corner for Woking on the left hand side. Short from Lewis to Andrews out. Wow, that was a very poor corner there from Den Lewis, and cleared away from McCann for a Woking throw just front halfway, and that one didn't work at all between Lewis and Andrews.
No, Woking's short corners have actually worked pretty well this season. They've been, most fans, their hearts sink when their teams try a short corner at this level, but Woking have done pretty well with those. But no, that wasn't one of them.
Throw for Woking just the front halfway. Chickson sends it back to Harris. Here's Dyche. Dyche curves it towards halfway on the right. Kelly Evans in field. Akinola's pass blocked from McCann. Ball loop up in the air. Comes off Doige's left foot, now made just behind the centre circle. Sends it a few yards back. It's the feet of Tozer. McCann to Moore Taylor. Square for Jamie Robson. Left footed towards Osadebe. Osadebe now lose out against Moss. Moss falls down to the ground and just lost his balance there. And so Osadebe, that's been given as a throw for Woking. Steve Cottrell's furious about that one. So Kelly Evans to take the throw for Woking. Midway inside the Forest Green half, send it back to Dyche. Just behind halfway now. Harris into the centre circle to Andrews. Returns it back to Harris. Just approaching the 20th minute. Goalless here. Good interception there from McAllister from that Harris pass. Then Doige and Harris collide in the centre circle. Nothing given Forest Green's favour, to the frustration of the away fans opposite Ian Knight. Andrews short to Harris, long towards left hand side. Lewis chasing it down, won't get there though against Long. Head away from Long now, flicked on from Dyche towards the centre circle. Ball bouncing now. Osadebe heads it forwards, headed down for Dyche over halfway for Moss to chase down, and Moss puts in a challenge at calf. Moss or the Forest Green man last. It looks like it came off Robson last. That challenge against Moss. And
if you can upset an away side at the moment, both the referee and the decisions, the split decisions, they're all going against Forest Green. I think mostly, there haven't been any errors. It's just, but obviously teams get a heightened sense of injustice.
Osadebe in the centre, the Forest Green half, taps it to McCann. Now is Robson. Robson towards the centre circle, headed away from Andrews. Now Buseman, the centre, cushions it out to the right hand side to Moss, lays it back to Kelly Evans, approaching the penalty area. Kelly Evans' cross cleared away. Although maybe sends it back to his own box. Now is McCann towards the centre circle. Touch here from McAllister. McAllister now lays it in front of Osadebe. Osadebe on the left hand side, tries to get past Harris. Harris puts in the tackle. Now Osadebe still comes away with it. Harris puts another chance. Osadebe steps inside. Still Osadebe. Unbelievable work from number 6. And then clear from Dyche off Kelly Evans. Akinola clears it from the D. Buseman chasing it down on Buseman. Out to Lewis. Midway inside the Woking up. Osadebe. Unbelievable work to send forwards.
I mean, he took it away from both Harris and Kelly Evans, which isn't an easy thing to do. And he, it's like the ball was tied to his boots really, and but couldn't quite find room to make a shot.
Dyche just over halfway to Kelly Evans. Goes back to Dyche. Now Dyche. It's at Harris, just behind the centre circle. Andrews places it out to Chickson. Chickson looking inside, then goes back to Harris, and plenty of room again. Woking needs to be patient with the ball there, up against 10 men now, so Forest Green will be sitting in a little deeper. Dyche out to Kelly Evans, level with the penalty area. Can he send in the cross? Kelly Evans goes infield for Dyche, a chase through the middle. Dyche, square for Andrews. Andrews 25 yards out. Beatsman 1-2 with Andrews. Andrews towards Beatsman, the box. Just a little bit too far in front of Beatsman. And then Long clears his lines. It's back with the Woking defence. Keane Harris. Now to his goalkeeper. Jaskalainen, one touch with his right foot to take it out of his area. Then finds Dyche. An easy pass. Dyche walking towards halfway line. Now Dyche, inside right. Place it down that channel, finds Moss. Moss back to Akinola. Akinola out to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans, can he put the cross in? Plays it inside to Akinola instead. Akinola further back to Andrews. In the centre circle with Harris. Half hour played it at the Laythwaite Community Stadium. Woking 0, Forest Green 0. Forest Green down to 10 men in his centre. Off long ball from Dyche towards Beatsman. Easy catch there for Ward.
It was the right idea, angled across the penalty area, but just a little bit close to Jed Ward. But Buterman was coming in there. He was making the run.
That's exactly what Woking need now to have that movement. Harry Beatsman try and cause problems to that Forest Green defence. Ward towards centre circle, easy header for Dyche, out to the right hand side. Moss, 3 men around him, still Moss, and Moss, he manages to win the throw. Really good work there for Dan Moss, surrounded.
It was good work, because as you say, he had 3 people around him and no one to play it to, and he ended up winning the throw.
Harris out to Chickson, right and halfway. Chickson short to Andrews. He has time on the ball. Through a centre circle and back to Dyche. One touch to take it in the Forest Green half. Now Dyche out to Kelly Evans. Level with the penalty area. Moss 1-2 Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans sends the ball towards the back post and floats over Harry Beatsman. Finds Den Lewis. Back to Chickson. Chickson's cross, a dangerous looking one, but headed away by the Forest Green defence again. Now held up from Doige, contesting with Dyche, and Steve Cottrell peeling for that free kick quickly, and he gets it, and this side gets it. Now Doige, a quick free kick to try and set away Robson, but Harris was alert to it. Robson continuing the chase on Jaskalainen, but plays out of his box quickly to Andrews. 32 minutes on the clock. Goals between Woking and 10-man Forest Green. After Innes was sent off, Andrews up towards the box, couldn't find one of Moore, and Moss over the top of them, then collected easily from Ward, left side of his area.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous from Forest Green, but Keane Harris was awake and aware, and managed to get there, shadow the ball away from Robson, back to Jaskalainen, and the ball was cleared.
So release now with the right foot of Jed Ward. Again, looping towards the centre circle. Andrews heads it square to the right. Moss back to Kelly Evans. Now Kelly Evans to Dyche. Dyche first time with his right foot. Jaskalainen. Harry's just moving into the box. Jaskalainen just to tap it to him. Harry's couple of touches with his left foot. And up towards Dion Moore. Floats over halfway, lovely work there from Moore to take it on the chest. Contesting Moore Taylor, then he dispossessed Dion Moore, but Moore has won the free kick, but Moore Taylor holding on to him. So yeah, excellent work there from Dion Moore. Now Andrews, short free kick in the centre circle to Harris, across the Dyche. One touch and Dyche take it forwards. Now he finds Kelly Evans. Doesn't go for the option of Moss. He had a marker close to him, so it's back to Dyche in the centre circle with Harris. Harris short to his left to Andrews. Slowly come forwards, left foot on top of the ball. Now Andrews. Short pass down the inside left. Lewis plays it back to Andrews. Just the front halfway is Harris. Harris to Akinola. One touch, take out the centre circle. Akinola right in the middle. Plays it to his left to Andrews. Andrews short to Chickson. Chickson dragged it with his left foot. Then short pass to Harris. Here's Dyche. Now Dyche, 30 yards from goal. Dyche goes for the diagonal. Search for Denon Lewis. Lewis beating the air for long. And that will be a throw for the Cards.
Of course, Innes' departure takes away, well, Tozer's pretty big, but a lot of height from the defence, but also the offensive threat that Forest Green would bring from long throws and corners is much lessened when Ryan Innes is off the pitch.
Harris was pressurised, so he has to play it back to Jaskalainen. Through the middle to Moore. Moore wins the flick on, just couldn't quite find the run of Beatsman. Moss drops in field, but headed away from Robson now. Lifted from Mate, just over halfway, but couldn't find a teammate. Dyche. First time to Kelly Evans, back to Dyche. Couple of yards behind halfway now. Dyche. Into the feet of Harris. Plays it outside of his foot to Chickson. Chickson, couple of touches, just take it over halfway, then back to Harris. And Woking playing it patiently. Harris spinning ball out to the right side. Moss tried to win the flick on against Kelly Evans. Well, he did actually do that. Couldn't find Kelly Evans' throw to Forest Green Rovers. 10 minutes of this first half to go, and Forest Green just desperate to get this one goalless going into half time. Well, maybe they could find that attack to go in front. Sutton leading at Eastleigh. Oldham leading Dagenham Redbridge by goal till Maynard have equalised at Yeovil. There's some of the latest goals in the National League. Throw from Robson, flicked on from Doige on the bounce. Dyche up with his left foot towards the inside right. Moore beating the air from Moore Taylor. Now space here for May in the centre of the Forest Green half. May trying to play that ball over top, too far away from Doige and Osadebe. And that is a working throw. Gorman just gives the ball to Dion Kelly Evans, who now takes the throw to Akinola. Touch with his right foot on the turn, then goes back to Dyche. Again, Woking join possession at the back here. Harris to Andrews. Andrews has time to turn, look forwards here now. Andrews just over halfway out to the right. Kelly Evans is. Kelly Evans back to Dyche. Dyche now calmly to Harris. Harris finds Chickson on halfway. Infield to Andrews, back to Harris. Now to Dyche. Dyche, couple of touches to take it in Forest Green territory. He finds Kelly Evans midway in the opposition's half, back on halfway to Dyche. Woking join possession, but can't seem to try and find a way through Forest Green here. That needs to be patient. Harry's out to Chickson. Chickson slowly moving forwards and then turns.
Going down to 10 men has changed the dynamic. Forest Green have dropped back a bit and really looking to keep their defence tight.
Andrews collects the ball in the centre circles. A heavy pass forwards there from Robson towards Doige. Now Andrews. Andrews coming forwards here. Plays it to Moore just in front of him on the inside right. Back to Andrews, being pressed here from McCann. There was a shove there from Charlie McCann on the back of Jamie Andrews. Just goes down here.
Yeah. It wasn't just a shove, I think he really caught him down the back of his calf there.
So Andrews now just putting up his sock. Good to see him back on his feet quickly. So Dyche just taps it to Andrews just in front halfway for the Woking free kick. Andrews square in the centre circle to Harris. Now Dyche. Short to Andrews, inside right to Harris. Having their own little game at the moment there, triangle. Harris, Dyche and Andrews. Here is Dyche. Sends out to Kelly Evans, level with the corner of the area. Now finds Moss in field, but good interception there. And then Moss wins the tackle. But it's good interception from Adam May. Did well to win that throw off Dan Moss. And sense a bit of frustration coming into Woking's play. Again, as you said, Ian, the red card certainly has changed the dynamic of the game. And Woking now needs to try and fully take it to Forest Green. And Forest Green sitting comfortably at the moment. Sitting back now, Robson's throw collected on the chest of Doige. Doige just in front of the centre circle. Doige back with his right foot. Here's Long. Long to Tozer. Tozer. Just over halfway for Osadebe to hold it up. Andrews gets it off him. That was a pull there on the shirt of Osadebe. And a few sarcastic cheers from the away fans. They feel a few decisions have gone against them. They obviously, the big one is the red card, though. That certainly did look a red card from angle Ian and I had with Innes being sent off. So free kick to the visitors, but credit to Forest Green. That's why the leaders, they've adapted to the situation really well. Again, they have those threats on the field, and defensively they've been pretty comfortable since that red card, which will disappoint Michael Doyle. Although Keane Harris, probably the best moment for Woking since the red card was that Keane Harris volley, which sent Jed Ward down to his right to push out for a corner at the time.
Yeah, and Dan and Lewis had a great chance which went over.
So free kick for Forest Green. Yards in front of halfway in the inside right. So Adam May clips it towards Doige. Doige beating the Akinola, falls in the deep for Osadebe. Shot blocked from Dion Kelly Evans. It's played back to McCann. McCann and Phil to Osadebe, right in the centre of the Woking half. Back now on halfway. Whipped from Robson. Can't find a teammate. Chickson clears. Header up from McAllister. Dyche wins header on his fast McCann. Woking push back here. Here's McCann. Now squared to Osadebe. 25 yards and goal. Osadebe drags it with his right foot, now pokes it in the box. Nice turn there from Doige. Doige sends it across the face of the 6-yard box, but offside flag up against Christian Deutsch. That's a nice turn though from the number 9 against Dyche.
It was, and good work by Debbie finding that ball. But Woking were alert to it, and they're obviously immediately their hands went up for offside. They knew what was coming.
Dyche to Kelly Evans, a couple of yards behind halfway. Now Moss, back to Dyche. Dyche. Harries controls left-footed. Now Chickson just behind halfway. Woking again, some more possession across the back. Now they work it over halfway to Andrews. Square to Akinola. To the right side to Kelly Evans. In front of him he goes to the option of Moss. Kelly Evans trying to help Moss here. Moss holds up the ball. And goodbye to Kelly Evans. Kelly Evans to Moore. Tricky feet for Moore. Now back to Akinola. Good pressing here for Forest Green. Now Woking back their own half with Dyche. 5 minutes of this first half to go. Woking 0, Forest Green 0. Here's Jaskelainen, finds Akinola in space in the centre circle. Akinola out to Kelly Evans, who has a bit of room as well. Can he put the cross in? Kelly Evans delivers, headed up into the air at the near post and over the bar from Dion Moore. That was better from Woking, quick pass and getting into some space on the right side. And that Dion Moore header just couldn't quite adjust himself. And that looped over the bar. So scores in National League at the moment. Barnet 1, Rochdale 0, Braintree 0, Sutton 0, Eastleigh 0, Boston 1, Everton 0, Wealdstone 0, Halifax 1, York 0, Gateshead 0, Solihull 0, Hartlepool 1, Aldershot 0, Oldham 1, Dagenham 0, Southend 2, Tamworth 0, Yeovil 1, Maynhead 1. A late kick-off tonight is Fylde and Altrincham, and here at the Layford Community Stadium it's Woking 0, Forest Green 0. 4 minutes of this first half to go. Ward's goal kick towards Deutsch. Deutsch wins the flick on. Osadebe trying to get in on the ball, but Kelly Evans and Harries close by. Their head had too much on it anyway towards Osadebe. Here's Harries. Square for Dyche. One touches right foot now, approaching halfway. Now Dyche picks out Kelly Evans. Back to Dyche. And plenty of touches on the ball. Max Dyche. Here's Keane Harries. Harries now for Moore. Holds it up. 25 yards and goal. Is back towards goal. Moore couldn't quite do that there. Turns the hold up play now. May to McAllister. Long up towards Deutsch in the centre circle, heads it to his right hand side now. Forest Green on the attack with McAllister, right side of the box. McAllister cuts in, McAllister on his left foot, McAllister shot into the back of the net, and the 10 men of Forest Green lead by goal to 0 as the league leaders are in search of making it 6 wins in a row in all competitions, and they're going about it the right way now. 3 minutes before half time, and Forest Green catch Woking on the counter attack, finished off from Carl McAllister to get his 7th of the season. Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 1.
Yeah, you could see that goal coming in the moment the ball came through to McAllister. He played it so well. He went down, cut inside, and it wasn't the hardest shot, but it was just inside the post, and Woody Jaskelainen couldn't get his body down in time. But totally against the run of play, but gives Woking really another mountain to climb coming from behind.
Yeah, so Woking have shown some character now, and did feel actually it's weird how football can work sometimes. The 10 men really has changed the dynamic of the game, and actually I said Forest Green, I said early on, Forest Green adapted to it really well, and they were just looking for that moment to get a quality player in like McAllister, and lo and behold, long ball towards Deutsch. Deutsch heads out to McAllister, and again McAllister just had that space just to cut inside of Dyche and tuck it into the bottom corner. As Ian said, not a lot of power on the finish, but Jaskelainen just couldn't get down quick enough to his left hand side. So 2 minutes of this first half to go. Can Woking get a late first half equaliser? Dyche in the centre circle to Harries. So the 199 Forest Green fans have made the journey here to Woking, enjoying that goal from McAllister now. Chickson to Dyche. Dyche, short to Akinola, right in the centre. Square for Chickson. Out to Lewis. Lewis now in the attacking third up against 2 men. Lewis cuts in, knocks it back to Chickson. Chickson to Andrews. Now here's Harries, one touch for his left foot. Square for Dyche. Now Dyche plays out to the right hand side. Kelly Evans again being tightly marked from Osadebe. So goes back to Dyche. Dyche can't find Akinola. Intercept there from McCann. Lean into Akinola. And Akinola just took the bait there and just a little bit of contact. McCann did. It was clever work from McCann to win that free kick against Akinola now into the last minute of normal time this first half, where Forest Green Rovers a couple of minutes ago caught Woking on the counter attack, and McAllister finished it into the bottom corner.
Thing is, down to 10 men, you defend deep, and they're soaking Woking, constant Woking pressure up, and then almost like suckers Woking in to being drawn forward, and then there's a big gap at the back which they exploited. That really is the the only real opportunity I can think of in that Forest Green have had, you know. So
Kelly Evans throws it back to Dyche. Up the right hand side, headed away from Robson. Nice touch there from May. May turns. May now. Whip right footed ball. Taken on the chest of Deutsch. Did brilliantly for that McAllister goal. Deutsch now on halfway. Knocks it behind into May. May's done really well midfield as well for Forest Green Rovers. Tozer came on for Innes, collecting the centre circle from the goal scorer McAllister. Now McCann. Back to Tozer. Forest Green just need to see this one out professionally for half time. Now hit the 45th minute. So Moore Taylor plays back to his goalkeepers. 6 minutes I've had on time this first half due to that Dan Moss injury, resulting in Ryan Innes being sent up. Osadebe shortly behind to Robson. Now McCann to the head of Deutsch. Osadebe heads it over halfway, just away from Deutsch though. Dyche lifts up in the air, clears it, picks out Moss just over halfway. Moss tangling the Forest Green player, manages to give it to Moore. Moore wins the tackle after a heavy touch from him against May. Now Moore back to Harris. So 6 minutes of stoppage time. Can Woking get an equaliser in that time? Chickson to Den Lewis. Heavy touch on Lewis, but just about plays it back to Akinola. Square across the centre circle to Dyche. Dyche finds Kelly Evans. It's rain's coming down lightly at Woking, and there is sun as well at the same time. Moss to Andrews. Andrews, 23 yards and goal. Lifting the cross towards Moore. Goes all the way through. Brilliant save there from Ward. He saw that late, and Moore's pulled off a couple of really good saves this first half. Andrews whipped it in, went through everyone, and Ward with a stretching hand to turn it behind for a corner kick.
Yeah, that almost crept in, wasn't it? It was one of those. It was really in that area where you don't quite know what's going to happen, and it went through everybody and was just curling into the corner, and Ward pulled out sort of similar save to the one he did from Kean Harris earlier.
So first minute stoppage time gone, and already Ward's been forced into a save. He'll be hoping not to be too busy in stoppage time, but Woking in search of that equaliser against a 10-minute Forest Green. Lewis's corner, headed away, falls to McCann. Now Kelly Evans has it, plays it back out to Lewis. Lewis up against McCann. Here's Harris. Woking still close to the area on the left-hand side. Harris puts the cross towards Akinola. Well dealt with by the head of Tozer, cleared from McAllister from the D only as far as Andrews inside left. Again he goes short to Harris and now lifts it towards the back stick. And it's pushed away from Ward for another corner kick to Woking. The Cards are piling on the pressure. 2 minutes into the 6th of first half stoppage time. And Andrews out to take this corner kick. Could this be the moment for Woking to draw level? And Jamie Andrews certainly one has a good delivery on him. Again, Woking, their best moments recently have come from set pieces in the Tamworth and Solihull games. It's a corner in for Andrews. Towards about post head over the bar. Kantunji Akinola. And another chance goes begging for Woking.
Yeah, those far post corners are working well, and there Tunji Akinola did get to it, but it couldn't direct his header down. But good pressure from Woking.
It's certainly a frustrating one for Woking this half. They started off really well, and the red card, since the red card, that again there hasn't been too many moments. Harris had a volley saved. Obviously, it was a good save moment ago from Ward. Then Lewis had good shot over the bar. Now Osadebe flicks it on from the goal kick, dealt with from Dyche with his left foot. Lewis in his own half collects. Lewis under pressure against Long clearly shoved Lewis there to the frustration of the away fans, but it was a clear foul by Sean Long. It's a free kick short from Andrews. Here's Harris. So just over midway inside the 6 minutes of stoppage time this first half. Can Woking get leveller? Dyche to Harris. Now Chickson, 10 yards into the Woking half, short to Lewis. Chickson continues his run forwards. Lewis now trying to steam down left hand side, gets the cross towards the back post, out of bounds in the end. Thought for a minute that was going to be a dangerous cross, but a little bit too high. It's looped out of play for a goal kick to Forest Green.
Yeah, Dylan Lewis played well on Wednesday and delivered a lot of crosses. It's about getting people on the end of those. We were talking earlier about concentration. I think the Forest Green goal is a sign of that. You know, you can be playing so well for 89 minutes, but it is just 1 minute of losing your shape or whatever that can really come back to hurt you.
Goal kick from Ward towards the left hand side. Dyche beats Deutsch in the air, header in field, and that comes up Akinola, Pills handball from Forest Green, but Deutsch follows it forward for Osadebe to chase on the left hand side, cleared away from Kelly Evans. Deutsch heavy touch with his left foot. That'll be a throw to Woking. So 45 seconds left, in fact just over a minute left of this first half. at the Layford Community Stadium. Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Harris out to Chickson. Andrews calling for it infield and receives it. Back to Chickson. Now Harris. Harris approaching halfway down the centre circle. To his right to Dyche. Good pressing from the front from McCann. Forcing Dyche to play it back to Jaskalainen. Now here's Harris. Keen Harris has the option of Andrews on halfway. Uses him. Andrews now. Coming forwards on the inside left. Gives it to Chickson. Chickson being harassed for long, so it goes back in the centre circle to Harris through the middle, can't find more. Moss coming towards the ball. Moss does manage to hold it up, gives it away to Deutsch in the centre circle though. Now can Forest Green counter attack here. Deutsch to Osadebe, striding down the left hand side towards the box. Good sliding challenge there from Keen Harris, but Osadebe wins it back. Now Carnsling's down for a side and plays it in field to McCann. McCann in the box and he looks at the option of Robson, and Moss read that and got across to clear it off Robson for a goal kick to Woking. That was an excellent challenge there for Keen Harris. Not the first time Osadebe's felt the force of a challenge from Woking centre-back, of course, Max Dyche early in this match, but an excellent challenge for, when Osadebe was striding through the centre. Brilliantly, Dyche picks out Beautiful, a bit of pocket space on the right-hand side. Beautiful cuts and fills, he fouled there from May, he was indeed. It's a free kick to Woking, just over 25 yards and goal. Inside right, so this will be the last chance for Woking this first half to equalise against the 10 men of Forest Green, who lead by through a Carl McAllister goal.
This would certainly change the half-time talk.
So Andrews now standing along with Denton Lewis for this free kick. So Andrews standing square onto the ball to the right of it. Denton Lewis standing behind it. Let's see who will take this free kick. Andrews, hands on hips, ready to take this one. So Andrews now, he will be the one to, as usual, take this free kick. So Andrews lifts it towards the back post, headed away, headed towards goal, and it's an easy save. Dyche put the header in, and a half-time whistle goes here at the Layford Community Stadium. Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. The big moment this match after Woking started off brightly, well, both sides started off well to be fair. Just over 20 minutes gone, Ryan Innes was sent off for a tackle on halfway on Dan Moss, a pretty strong one, and the referee went to his pocket quickly and showed Innes a red card. But since then, Forest Green adapted the situation really well, defended well, and they're just waiting for that counter-attack, and they got it with 3 minutes of the first half to go. Deutsch flicked out to the right-hand side, and McAllister sprung into the box, took on Dyche, cut in field, and finished it into the bottom corner. But Woking have had their moments. Again, late on the first half, Andrews, his cross was saved by Ward. Ward had an early save to make from Dan Moss. Dan Lewis has had some shots. Keen Harris had a volley save. So, again, Woking have had their opportunities, Ian, but just haven't taken them.
No, they have had, and I think some good goalkeeping save. Denton Lewis had a great opportunity, but and then hits on the break. And other than that, if you look at the game, Woking have been more than a match for the league leaders who have won their last 5 games, and so they've actually played well. But that's what makes it so frustrating. It's what made Wednesday so frustrating. And what Michael Doyle does have is he has options on the bench, because Woking now have the dilemma of how do they unpick a packed defence. And they have got Matt Ward, they have got Lewis Walker, they have got Charlie Kendall, so they have got options to sort of throw on and really look to sort of bring a bit more attacking guile. Most of their attacks so far have been built really well, but on passing moves. But when you've got an organised defence in front of you, that's quite hard to break through.
Most certainly. So half-time here at the Layford Community Stadium. It is Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 1. Join us in just under a quarter an hour for the second half here. Cool. Cool.
caught his camera and he caught his back. It's just bits everywhere. Unless it's so. He did. The coach did. Just knows he was just pushing. Yeah.
So tickets for 3 home fixtures against Cambridge United, Southampton under-21s and Boston United are now all available to purchase via our website. Pre-purchase tickets as usual are £3 cheaper than paying on the games on match days and go off sale approximately 3 hours before kick-off. If you require a pair of tickets or you have any other inquiries, please contact tickets at wonderfc.co.uk. The winning gold rush ticket number this afternoon is ticket number 23896. That's ticket number 23896. Congratulations, you have won yourself £434.
I got his first one, the second one, 10 people trying to sort out stuff.
Yes, Woking 0, Forest Green Rovers 1 at half-time. Woking did start off the game really well. Striker Dion Moore peeled out to the right-hand side, putting a lovely low cross for right-back Dan Moss, hit a shot, but was well saved. That was near post from Jed Ward. Had a really good first half for Forest Green, and Woking continued the pressure. Den Lewis had a shot just behind the area, but he wildly hits it over the bar. But the big moment in this first half came when Ryan Innes was sent off for Forest Green for heavy challenge on Dan Moss on the halfway line. The referee certainly didn't hesitate to go to his pocket and show a red card to Innes, and after the play eventually started, after Innes went off the field, Keane Harris had a volley well saved from Jed Ward. You think Woking really put the pressure on, but Forest Green settled into the game really well, adapted to going down to 10 men, and defensively looked strong. We're just waiting for that counter-attack, and they had that on the 42nd minute. Long ball sent up for Christian Doige, flicked it to his right-hand side, and then Carl McAllister was away. Their top scorer cut in the box and hit it left-footed beyond the reach of Will Yaskline to put the league leaders in front. Again, Woking did force goalkeeper Jed Ward into a save. Jamie Andrews putting a cross from the right-hand side, went through everyone, and Ward got down to his right to push it away for a corner kick. But overall, frustrating first half Woking. After that Forest Green red card, they trailed by a goal to nil at half-time.
His momentum. Yeah, because he won't put body movement. It's alright. I filmed them running that. I see the long man again closer. It's just like I'm up to that's right. That's wings.
half-time music is chosen by TSB, TWR and Bobby Card. Thank you all for your responses. Thank you for keeping an eye out on the card score forum for the fixture and opportunity to share your suggestions on what you'd like to see at half-time. Once again, that winning number today is ticket number 23896. That's ticket number 23896, representing myself for £434. And the second half is very short.
For the second half,
coming on.
Okay, right. Hello and welcome back here to the Laithwaite Community Stadium. Woking a goal down against 10-man Forest Green Rovers coming into this second half. It looks like Matt Ward and Dale Gorman both set to come on for the Cards, and Forest Green lead by a goal to nil for a Carl McAllister goal on the counter-attack. The big moment of this match came just over 20 minutes in. Ryan Innes just on the halfway line put a strong challenge in on Dan Moss after he put a 50-50 challenge in on Charlie McCann. So Matt Ward is on for Dion Kelly Evans. That is first substitution. Looks like Charlie Kendall's come on as well. So Michael Dahl not messing about against the 10-man of Forest Green, switching stuff up. I think Forest Green are making a substitution themselves as well. So Del Gorman and Charlie Kendall, the next two to come on. So again, Charlie Kendall was sent off despite not being on the pitch against Solihull on Wednesday. But again, I'm not exactly sure the reason why, but looks like that has been overturned. So Keane Harry's off for Dale Gorman. That is the next substitution. And the last one is Charlie Kendall to enter the field. I presume that again. I don't think we'll be. I think Dion Moore is on the field. Yes, he is. So welcome to Dion Moore. So Charlie Kendall coming on very shortly again. Forest Green looks like they will be making a substitution themselves as well. So off comes Tunji Akinola for Charlie Kendall. So Michael Dahl really going for this one. Two strikers on the pitch now. Dion Moore and Charlie Kendall. Forest Green. On for them is Marcel Lavenier. So Lavenier is the last substitute to come on here. So Lavenier comes on for the Forest Green Rovers. Number 16. I said number 16 on the ball. Harvey Bonker's number 16 is on the bench. So I'm not quite sure what's happening there. So it looks like so Lavenier is definitely on. I think it's Osadebe, who was really good first half. He's come off for Forest Green Rovers. So yeah, that's a loss for them.
Surprising, isn't it? Because Osadebe was he's a big outlet for them and on the flanks. With his pace, just to clear their lines. It looks like it's going to be a back to the walls job by Forest Green. Again, no doubt looking to hit Woking on the break, and Michael Doyle has really thrown caution to the wind here with his substitutions. Very, very attacking.
So here's Woking on the ball with Andrews. Back to Dale Gorman. As Ian says, certainly attacking substitution by Michael Doyle. Here's Matt Ward now, looking to get beyond his opposite number. That was a good tackle there from Robson. So Matt Ward be looking to try and cause him all sorts of problems this half. So throw from Moss to Ward. Just couldn't quite return it to Dan Moss there. Certainly some brave substitutions by Michael Dahl, that's for sure.
It looks like it's Moss, Chickson, definitely Moss, Chickson and Dyche in the back. Maybe Gorman is a sort of back four as well.
Yeah, still trying to work out the exact formation Michael Dahl has implemented this second half.
But of course Lewis and Ward can chase back on the flanks.
So here's Woking on the ball after Forest Green racing the throw, but Ward is tackled now. Dyche's clearance comes off Doige, and Doige is chasing it down the left-hand side. Doige goes down that flank, but the flag has gone up, and it will be a throw for Woking. Moss takes to Jaskalainen. Just over a minute and a half played this second half. Here's Andrews carrying the ball forwards towards halfway. Andrews has Gorman calling for it in the centre circle. So Andrews plays it back left-footed in the centre circle to Dyche. Finds Gorman halfway. Gorman is on the right-hand side. Links up with Moss. Moss back on halfway to Gorman. One touch with his left foot, then with his right, square in the centre circle to Andrews. Andrews now. Chickson making that run, but Andrews running down the inside left. Andrews towards the box, trying to thread it through to Den Lewis. Good idea there from Jamie Andrews, and Lewis puts the thumbs up. I certainly like that idea.
Yeah,
from
it was
Jamie
a good
Andrews.
idea. Dan Lewis smiling and just saying, they weren't quite on the weren't quite on the same wavelength there.
Ward searching for Doige, easily headed away there by Moss. Beatsman can't flick on. Now May lifts it towards the left-hand side. Comfortably head it back from Moss, and Jaskalainen collects right side of his area. Overarm throw from Jaskalainen. Trapped here from Chickson. Chickson 2.5 minutes into the second half. Here's Chickson to Gorman. Just behind halfway is Moss. Now Moss to Ward. Ward cuts inside. Ward loses the ball, drops here to May. Now May calmly plays it back to Tozer. Tozer to Moore Taylor. Now Moore Taylor short, and it's a direct ball from Robson, too far away from Doige. Control from Dyche. Dyche clips it just over halfway for Ward. Now Ward hits it off McCann. Jamie Robson keeps it in play. Ward putting the press on Robson, and Ward blocks Robson's pass, but it's well done there from Robson. Gets the throw for a side. Just over 3 minutes into the second half. Forest Green lead by a goal to. By the way, Sutton have broken the deadlock at Braintree. Throw taken it by Robson towards halfway. Header met there from Gorman. Ball bouncing out, not back on header. Robson there from the Forest Green goal scorer McAllister. Gorman scoops it down the right hand side, dealt with by the header Moore Taylor. Forest Green through Robson, clear it out for a Woking throw. All these changes Woking made, just trying to get used to each other this second half, and Moss now throws it back to Dyche. Here's Andrews. Andrews to Chickson. Chickson out to left hand side to Lewis. Chickson looking to make the overlapping run, but now Lewis goes down the left hand side himself, and it just loses out against Lavernier. His first touch since coming on. Now May knocks it forward to Doige, just behind halfway. Doige looks out to Lavernier. Here come Forest Green. Lavernier to McAllister. Makes that run inside the box. McAllister, right footed pass, blocked from Moss. And that will be a corner kick to the league leaders. Forest Green certainly packing a punch on that counter attack again.
Woking are going to have to be very alert to that, because as you say, that they really only had, that was only their second counter attack since Innes was sent off, but one of them was a goal, and that was a very dangerous attack.
Yeah, certainly Woking need to be careful again. So corner kick for Adam May to take from the right hand side. Can the 10 men double their lead here at the Laithwaite Community Stadium? As Adam May just plants the ball in the corner quadrant. Now Hartlepool lead Aldershot by 2-0. Forest Green make it 2-0 here. Corner in from May towards near post. Headed away there from Moss. Drops here now to Ward. Ward still inside his own box, then cleared away from Dyche. Out towards the right side. Collected from Kendall. Here come Woking. Charlie Kendall. Kendall now infield towards Beatsman. That behind Beatsman, and Woking have wasted a golden opportunity to counter attack Lavernier. Back here for Ward. And now Ward up towards Doige in the centre circle. He's fended off from Dyche. Now here's Moss. Square to Chickson. Chickson to Andrews. There's Chickson on the ball again. So Chickson looks like he's playing left side of centre back, I think. So Chickson out here to Andrews. Andrews midway inside the Forest Green half. Forest Green in a good shape here. Andrews back to Chickson. Down the centre circle with Dyche. Dyche to his right to Moss. Ward moving towards him. Ward receives it. First time back to Moss. It rolls in the Woking half just behind halfway. Tap to Gorman by Moss. Gorman looks to the left hand side, plays it through the centre circle to Chickson. Chickson out here to Andrews. Can Andrews maybe send an across? He does do indeed, inviting one, and it falls into the back post to Moore. Ball shot denied by Ward. Big opportunity there for Woking. Gorman in the centre flicks it back to Chickson. Here's Andrews. That was a brilliant cross from Andrews a moment ago. Here's Chickson now. Can he send in the delivery? Well, he tempted, but it's blocked for Lavernier. Corner for Woking on the left hand side.
Moore just getting it caught under his feet there, and then when he did get a shot in, Ward was good for the save. That's 3 terrific saves by Ward in this game, and but pressure from Woking.
Yeah, lovely delivery for Andrews, and Kendall tried to throw himself towards it. Beaton was making the run, but it broke towards Moore. As Ian said, couldn't really get his feet sorted out, and Ward just put him off and off. Did get the strike away, but it was a good save from Moore. It's a short corner from Gorman to Andrews. Back to Dale Gorman. Gorman spinning ball towards the back post, header towards goal.
Yeah, come on!
I think that was Dan Moss who got his head on that one. It was indeed a looping header for Dan Moss at the back post. Another set piece routine for Woking, which pays off. Lovely short corner. Del Gorman, who's come on at half time, spinning ball towards the back post, and it is Dan Moss who got the head on it. Again, looped it over the goalkeeper, the back post, into his bottom right-hand corner. It's Woking 1, Forest Green Rovers 1.
Now that short corner did work, didn't it? That was That was what you want to see, and Dan Moss rose at the far post. It's sort of slow motion into the far corner, but really, really pleased.
And a second goal of the month for Dan Moss as well. He loves doing it against sides in the top three. Scored against York and now Forest Green today. Waits a lot of time for his first goal. Now gets 2-1 month. Long ball by Tozer, dealt with on the Woking back line. Gorman to Chickson. Now Woking have that spring their step. Here's Lewis as that outside runner Chickson. Lewis goes back to Andrews. Now Woking, this is where they have that momentum. They really need to take advantage of that man up. Gorman to Ward. Ward back into the feet of Del Gorman. Gorman finds Moss. Gorman in possession again. Gorman to Dyche. Dyche in centre circle. Pressurising Doige. Dyche takes every touchdown, pulling back Doige. Dyche steps forwards to make the challenge, and then he did win the ball, but pulled Doige back first. So I think it was a pretty easy decision there for the referee to give.
Yeah, there's a real grapple there, but for once Max Dyche a little bit off-footed and off balance, and struggled to get that, and it free kick now for Forest Green. See if they can get right back into this game.
One apiece at the Layford Community Stadium, approaching the 54th minute. Tozer pings it from the centre circle out to left hand side, headed in field. Now touch here from McAllister. McAllister holds off Beatsman and Ward, plays it short. Now good tackle there on Robson by the Woking goal scorer Moss.
And across comes Tozer.
Yeah, this is again, every National League fan fears the Ben Tozer throw. So again, yeah, Michael Dawn, Ben Turner just reminding the players what to expect. I think they know anyway, but again, they just want to make it abundantly clear. And Woking may have been practicing this scenario for possibly Tozer coming on with the long throw. So here we go. Ben Tozer from the far side leans back and still waiting to take this. There's a bit of grappling going on in the 6-yard area. The referee just comes across. I think that's involving Dion Moore there. So yeah, Del Gorman just comes across just to calm things down as well. So now Ben Tozer can take that throw. Can Forest Green get themselves back in front? Tozer. Throw towards the near post. Well dealt with there from Max Dyche. Kendall chasing down the ball. But Robson, first time out to left hand side. Good interception there from Robson's opposite number, Ward. That will be a throw to Forest Green. But yeah, great defending there from Dyche and Ward.
Still in range for Tozer though, even though it's halfway down the pitch.
Yeah, it's what I mean. It's still worrying. That's how good his throw is. Ben Tozer sets himself. So again, another long throw for Woking still. Ben Tozer right towards the 6-yard box. Well grabbed there from Jaskalainen. Now Jaskalainen telling his troops to get up the pitch. Again, Ben Turner screaming at Jaskalainen to release it. Jaskalainen though takes his time, then throws it short in the end to Dan Moss. Moss drops in field. Plays it back to Dyche. Here's Andrews. Andrews into the feet of Chickson. Chickson back to Andrews. And Michael Dole ordering Andrews to give back to Chickson, but it goes to Beatsman in the middle instead. Beatsman back with his left foot to Andrews. Andrews has Chickson as a possibility, but he's been well marked on the left hand side. So Andrews short to Moore. Here's Andrews on the ball again. Everything comes through Jamie Andrews here. Andrews, lovely pass to find Lewis. Edge of the box on the left hand side. Lewis's low cross cleared away from Moore. Taylor falls back to Lewis. Takes heavy touch in the box. May gets across in the byline, being harassment. Charlie Kendall. May clears on the byline. He's kept in play. But here's Andrews. Andrews now to Moore as he's back towards goal. Moore just under 30 yards from goal. Back into the feet of Andrews. Andrews foul from McCann. Out to the left hand side to Lewis. And the referee does give a free kick to Woking. Andrews just a bit of back and forth, 14 him and McCann. And that doesn't turn into anything, thankfully. And Woking just get on with it now to take the free kick. But yeah, Andrews just letting McCann knows what he thinks of him there, that challenge he made. So Dale Gorman and Jamie Andrews standing behind the ball.
That was a pity because Woking were attacking down the flank there, and you would have hoped a card would have at least been shown. But
yeah, Charlie McCann has escaped the yellow card there. So Gorman standing square onto the ball. To the left of it. Andrews to the right. So Gorman lays it into the feet. Andrews, and Andrews sets it up for Gorman. Gorman puts it in towards the back post. Easy catch though for Jed Ward. Now can Forest Green possibly counter attack. Good work there from Beesman's, just standing a little bit in the way of the goalkeeper, but not too much, just a little bit to put him off. And then yeah, Ward thinks otherwise. An overarm throw out to left hand side. Here's Jamie Robson. Lavin in a bit of space on the right, but Robson goes short to McCann. Forest Green left hand side. Robson tackle from Moss. He tried to steam forward. Good work there from Dan Moss with a quick challenge and getting back to what he still does best with winning those heroic tackles. But again, his header's got Woking level.
I think Tozer was having a right go.
Calling Tozer over for something.
I'm not exactly sure. It might be something that Tozer said towards the referee, James Bancroft. Robson still waiting to take the throw for Forest Green. 58 minutes on the clock. 1 apiece, Team Woking and 10-man Forest Green. And the referee reaching for his pocket, and a yellow card is shown to Ben Tozer. So he needs to be careful now.
And he's still talking.
Yep, doesn't want to get himself a second yellow and put his side down to 9 men. It really would be the last thing that Forest Green need, especially now Woking with their tails up after the Dan Moss equaliser. So a throw for Robson to take just over 10 yards into the Woking half. Throw taken, then it's a throw from Robson now. It's been given as a free kick.
Foul
throw there. And now Dyche. I think Dyche didn't know that was a foul throw, so yeah. It's just a throw to Woking, and Moss throws it back to Dyche. And now is Andrews. Andrews over halfway, down the inside left. Andrews left foot is trying to slide through to Kendall. Dealt with there by Moore Taylor. Bounces back in the Woking half. Andrews gets under control. Now he's dispossessed though from Doige. Now Doige leaves it for Lavinier. Lavinier off balance, takes heavy touch, and then Dyche back to Jaskalainen. He's been chased down from McAllister. Clipped out his boxing Jaskalainen. Lewis gets to it and hooks it infield. That's really nice work there from Lewis to give it to Beatsman. Here's Andrews now. And now Gorman calling for it. Andrews across to Gorman. And now Forest Green have everyone back in position. Moss, heavy touch, but manages to poke it forwards to Moore. Moore holds it up. Moore trying to keep it dispossessed from Adam May, but it breaks here to Moss. Through the middle to Kendall. Woking, just over 25 yards and goal. Dion Moore on the right hand side was clipped to the ground, and that will be a free kick to Woking. Moore still down here. It was good play from the back from Woking. I think a few of the fans want them to get it forwards a bit quicker. They didn't in the end, and it is a free kick to the Cards.
I think the management team want them to get the ball forward a bit quicker. It's not always as easy. You have a split second to get that going. You have to have the confidence to do it. Once you've done that, the door shuts, and you're back to the patient build-up.
So free kick here for Woking after McCann fouled Moore. Just over an hour gone here at the Laithwaite Community Stadium. 1 apiece between Woking and the league leaders Forest Green, who are down to 10 men. Moss's second half header cancelling out McAllister's finish, which was 3 minutes before half time. So Gorman in conversation with Andrews, who will deliver this free kick from the inside right, just over 25 yards from goal. Andrews steps over the ball, so it will be Gorman to deliver. Gorman towards Moss. Moss stretched towards it, trying to get his second, and Woking to the game. Just missed his toe end. They get fighting delivery from Dale Gorman there. Dan Moss was close to getting the end of that delivery from Dale Gorman, that's for sure. Just thought for a split second he was going to get his toe end on that. Dan Moss. Some latest scores in National League. Barnet 2, Rochdale 0, Braintree 0, Sutton 1, Eastleigh 0, Boston 1, Wilson are taking the lead at Ebbsfleet, Halifax 1, York 0, Gateshead 0, Solihull 0, Hartlepool 2, Aldershot 0, Oldham 1, Dagenham 0, Southend 2, Tamworth 0, Yeovil 3, Maidenhead 1, and here at the Laithwaite Community Stadium, Woking 1, Forest Green 1. Doige flicks on the goal kick, headed away from Dyche. Now Lavinier heads in the air. Andrews stretches towards the ball and heads out for a Forest Green throw. Midway inside the Woking half, in front of the Forest Green dugout. Sean Long just in conversation with member of the Forest Green coaching staff. Long throws it down the right hand side, easily dealt with by the head of Lewis. Beaton beating the air from May, headed down to the ground now. Lavinier controls over Andrews, up towards the centre circle, headed away from Moore Taylor. Andrews just behind halfway. Andrews can't quite set away Lewis, but that will be a Woking throw. And Long cleared out for a Woking throw. For Andrews to take just in front of halfway, back to Chickson. Chickson square to Dyche. And Andrews just in conversation with Dyche now gives it to Chickson. Chickson just the front halfway, moving towards the right side, then turns and goes out to Andrews. Chickson in field in space, and Andrews uses him again. And Forest Green, tough to break down there, in a good shape. Chickson out to Andrews. Andrews puts the cross in, no run at the back post, and a diving header away there by Tozer. Header from Lewis and Field. Lavinier sliced the ball. Goes in the feet of Chickson. Chickson turns and goes back to Dyson. Michael Dool doesn't seem to be happy. I think it was Dan Lewis who was maybe shouting up there.
They wanted him to be working harder to get ready to pick up the ball, I think.
Ward back in the centre circle to Dyche. First time to Chickson. Now Chickson inside left. Again with the Forest Green wall to try and get through. Chickson out to Andrews. Again back into the feet of Chickson. Square to Andrews. Michael Dool certainly looking frustrated there on the sidelines as Woking moving it backwards. Chickson to Gorman. Gorman square to Moss. Midway inside the Forest Green half. Gives it to Ward. Ward turns. Now Ward onto his right foot and he's tackled there, Ward, by McCann. And that will be a free kick to Forest Green. There's a push there from Ward. The referee comes across, has a yellow card.
Yeah, no argument with that. Frustration from Matt Ward. He tried to break inside, but Forest Green were up to that and really just possessed him quite comfortably there.
And Matt Ward's actually the third substitute to be yellow carded today. Obviously Gorman was actually yellow carded when he was off the pitch. Tozer, come on, he's gone the referee's note, but now Matt Ward yellow carded as well. So a free kick taken by Ward on the left hand side. Down the line, headed infield from Deutsch on the bounce. Andrews heads that short to Beatsman, turns away from May. There was a little clip there from May on Beatsman. May disagreed, but yeah, it was a nice sharp turn there from Beatsman. Now leaves it for Gorman, take the free kick. Can Woking up the tempo, 64 minutes played. Woking 1, 10-man Forest Green 1. Andrews over halfway to Chickson. Chickson back to Andrews. Now Andrews with his left foot back in the centre circle. Michael Dool continuously looking frustrated. I don't blame him that Woking can't really get any flowing play going here. And Ward back to Moss. Dyche again. Woking, they just need to keep their heads and be patient. Here's Andrews now. Inside left, lifts it towards the box, can't find Beatsman, taking on the chest. Dev Tozer. Now maybe Forest Green can counter-attack here. They're in the centre circle. Here is McAllister. McAllister finds Lavinier. Lavinier level with the penalty area. Lavinier sends in the cross, a tame one, easily grabbed there from Jaskalainen. Now Jaskalainen.
Yeah, Woking, it's an organised defence, as we've been saying, and they're not really at the moment showing they have many ideas for how to unpick it.
Yeah, it sends a bit of frustration creeping into the ground. 25 minutes to go then. Woking 1, Forest Green 1. Gorman, a long ball, hit 25 yards, out to Lewis. Is that going to find Lewis? It doesn't.
No.
Good idea though from Dale Gorman.
That's more like it. Get it out to the flanks. Get it out to the flanks.
Again, Michael Dool just talking to Jamie Andrews. Again, Andrews, certainly everything's coming through Jamie Andrews this second half. And
he's had a strong half. He has had a strong half. He's obviously a developing player, not the full article, but he's been physical. He's won his balls, and he's made his presence felt. As you say, a lot of the football this half has gone through him.
Goal kick for Jed Wardstake. He's certainly had a very good game for Forest Green Rovers. Goal kick's headed away from Dyche. Held up here from Kendall. Struggled to get into the second half, actually, Charlie Kendall. Beatsman finds Gorman in the centre circle. Touch it just over halfway now. Gorman out the centre circle to the left to Chickson. Chickson has Lewis calling for it. Now Chickson leaves it for Lewis. Lewis, 23 yards to go. Lewis finds Beatsman in the box. Beatsman goes to shot block, comes off Lewis, loops in the air. Catch there for Ward. That's a bit better from Woking. Get those balls into the box.
Beatsman got the shot in, and then it rebounded off, and it could have gone anywhere, but from Lewis, but Jed Ward managed to take control and ball back with Forest Green.
Rochdale pull one back at Barnett. So 2-1 to Barnett there. Ward search for Deutsch. Can't hold up. He was grappling there with Moss, and flag is up against Deutsch anyway. Free kick to the Cards. So again, just the latest scores in National League at the moment. Barnet 2, Rochdale 1. As I mentioned, Rochdale pull one back there. Braintree 0, Sutton 1. Eastleigh 0, Boston 1. FC 0, Willstone 1. Halifax 1, York 0. Goals between Gateshead and Solihull. Hartlepool 2-0 up against Aldershot. Oldham 1, Dagenham 0. Southend 2, Tamworth 0. Yeovil 3, Maynard 1. Late game tonight is Fylde and Altrincham. And at the Layford Community Stadium, 67 minutes played. It is Woking 1. 10-man Forest Green Rovers 1. Short free kick play from Dyche to Gorman. Out the centre circle to his left to Andrews. Andrews drags it back on his left foot to Gorman halfway. Gorman to Andrews again. Andrews, the sun slowly shining from the sky, still with dark clouds lurking about. Andrews plays it short to Chickson, and now as Lewis sends it across towards Moore, too far away from Dion Moore, and out for a goal kick to Forest Green. And just sense Woking have got to keep their heads in, carry on being patient, but it's a little bit frustration you can see in the team.
Frustration, they're struggling to break Forest Green down. Forest Green, on the other hand, I think, they're a big team, expected to do well in this league, big budget, and I think their players will also be feeling the pressure to be at the top of the league.
Yeah, most certainly. It's a goal kick taken towards Doige on the left hand side, tries to keep him in play, couldn't quite do so with his right foot. Contesting with Dan Moss there, got that Woking equaliser early on the second half to cancel out the McAllister opener. Dyche to Andrews, just over halfway to Chickson. Chickson turns and goes back to Andrews, just in front of the halfway line, and now Andrews back with his left foot in the centre circle to Dyche. Beatsman now moves to the left hand side to collect it infield. Now Beatsman moving towards the box, square for Chickson. Chickson picks out Andrews. Andrews under pressure from McCann, shadowing him really well. Back towards halfway to Dyche, plays out the centre circle to Moss. Back to Dyche, good press it from McCann. Dyche collects it and forced to play it back to Jaskline. That was brilliant work there from McCann. But Woking still have it in a bit of space behind halfway on the left with Andrews. Andrews to Dyche.
I hope McCann's fit, because he's going to need to be if he's going to do all this running.
And most certainly Kendall, midway inside the Forest Green half, squares it on the right to Ward. Kendall just slipped there, making a run forwards. Here's Gorman. The daisy cutter pass to Andrews, just by the centre circle. Now Andrews, right in the centre. Andrews plays it through to Moss, to Moore inside the D. Moore back to Gorman. Gorman goes to strike. Well blocked there from Moore Taylor. Forest Green possibly counters that. Gorman slides towards the ball, comes off him. Doige has it down the middle of the Forest Green half. Back here to Tozer. First time to May. Now a bit of a chance for Forest Green to have some possession. Nice flick from McAllister to Robson in the centre circle, and inset from Andrews. Was that a heavy touch from Andrews? Well, no free kick given as he fell to the ground. Forest Green now moving forwards. McCann out to the left hand side to Lavernier. Lavernier tries cutting against Chickson, does manage to keep hold of it. Then short to McCann. McCann just over 25 yards to go. McCann towards the box. Good defending there from Denon Lewis against Long. And then Lewis turns and finds Moore. Moore heavy touch on halfway. Moore does manage to win the throw for Woking, hitting it off Lavernier. So 20 minutes to go here at the Laythwaite Community Stadium. Woking 1, Forest Green 1. Again, Forest Green defended brilliantly.
Yeah, and Dan Lewis there really defended well at that point of danger, and back in the left back position.
Ward sends in the cross towards the near post. Kendall can't get to it, cleared away from Tozer. Now Forest Green have it on the left hand side, short from McCann to Robson. Here's McAllister, tries to play it around Moss, but he'll win the throw off the right foot of Dan Moss. Nice little round of applause from the Forest Green Rovers supporters. Credit to the 199 fans who made the journey to the Laythwaite Community Stadium. They'll be pretty pleased with the fight their side. I think Forest Green, on paper, obviously looking for 3 points, but I think the way it's played out, they will certainly take the point. Going down to 10 men. Beatsman back to Dyche. Here's Chickson. Chickson over halfway, inside left. Chickson midway into the Forest Green half and back to Andrews. Andrews left foot on top of the ball, now back in the centre circle to Dyche. Andrews calling for it again. Andrews has it right in the middle. Andrews tries to find Beatsman, can't find him, and now Forest Green can carry it out defence with Moore Taylor. Forest Green Rover skipper plays it short with his left foot, and that's a poor pass there from Moore Taylor to McAllister. Throw for Woking. Taken to Gorman by Moss. Now Beatsman fails to keep hold of the ball. McCann on halfway. Here's Doige in the centre circle. Turns and goes back to May. May squares it. Now Long lifts it down the right hand side, so run it from McCann. McCann's onside. McCann level the penalty area, facing up his opposite number Gorman. Puts in the box towards Lavernier. Tackle from Chickson. Gorman heads it down, and Andrews goes direct towards Moore. Headed from the centre circle, down away from Robson. Doige holds up in the centre of the Woking half. McCann returns it to Doige. Doige goes back to Moore Taylor. Slowly comes to the ball. Moore Taylor, nice short pass to find the figure of McAllister. McAllister out towards the right hand side for Lavernier in space. Woking being pushed back here. Lavernier in the byline. It's a block from Chickson with the cross, and Forest Green just settled really nicely into this half. Now they're trying to go for it in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, once they get the ball, get decent possession, and they're on the front foot, they look dangerous. But again, well defended there by Woking, and but it is a corner now to Forest Green.
Yeah, Chickson defended that situation really well. 1-on-1 with Lavernier. But a corner kick for the visitors. they'll just be sensible. They've kept this level after the equaliser. Quieting things down. Lewis Walker to come on shortly for Woking as McCann's come across it. So will McAllister go short? Does indeed to McCann. Back to McAllister. Past it in space in the centre, but Lavernier just under 25 yards out, clips it towards the back post, headed down the way from Dyche. Now Lewis can collect. Then Lewis with Kendall close by. Good sliding challenge there for Lavernier to win it back for the visitors. Play quickly from Tozer. Here's Robson down left. Robson's cross. Grab from Jääskeläinen. Now can Woking quickly get upfield. It's released with the left foot of Jääskeläinen up towards Dion Moore. Moore can't win the flick on against Moore Taylor. Now bounce the ball over halfway. Flicked off from McCann. Headed down for Dyche. Gives it away. And now here's McCann. McCann through the middle to Dyche. Close to the area. Dyche onto his left foot. Dyche inside the box. Being pushed out wide. Good tackle there by Max Dyche. Will Dyche keep it in play? I think that came off Dyche last. No, didn't know. It is a throw to Forest Green Rovers.
That's disappointing because I think Max Dyche could have kept that ball in but I think because he knew it was his throw, he let it go out, and instead it's going to be a Ben Tozer long throw here.
And just can't take those risks. Again, Max Dyche was insisting that should have been a Woking throw, but again, as Ian said, I think he could have kept that one in play.
So Quigley coming on.
So Quigley on here for Christian Dyche. Again, corrected. I think Dyche has been really good. Again, being that lone striker today. He got the assist for that McAllister goal. Long ball to him, and it was a lovely flick to McAllister. A great finish for McAllister's 7th goal of the season. So Quigley to come on. Can he be the hero for Forest Green today? They fought so hard to stay in this game. Being down to 10 men. They're playing some nice football again. Still showing their quality. That's why they are top of the league at the moment. So Dyche off, Quigley on here for Forest Green Rovers. So Tozer to take a long throw from the left hand side, level with the penalty area. Tozer towards near post, flicked into the centre, hit down to the ground. There's a scuff shot there from Adam May, felt him in space, just couldn't get the shot he wanted.
Yeah, slightly different work throw that. It wasn't quite as long to the near post and then the back flick, but thankfully they didn't really catch hold of that, and it fell for Jääskeläinen.
Chickson to Gorman. Back to Chickson. Chickson over halfway. Can Woking find the winner? Quarter of an hour left here at the Laythwaite Community Stadium. Chickson turns and goes back to Andrews. Here's Dale Gorman. Gorman square to Moss. Moss to the feet of Ward. Midway inside the opponent's half. Ward back into his own half now to Dyche. Dyche to Andrews. Just behind halfway. Lewis Walker set to come on. Andrews to Chickson. Being pressed here for Lavernier. Chickson has to go back into the feet of Dyche. And Chickson just turns and this in conversation, Ben Turner looking for straight Adam Chickson. Here's Gorman. Short ball over halfway to Moss. Back to Gorman. Still behind the halfway line. Gorman just walking with the ball there. Gorman now finds Ward. Woking a really struggle to get into the second half, but Ward cuts in field. Ward now finds Dion Moore just behind the D. Lets it run across him. Moore out to left hand side. Chickson puts low ball in, block for Lavernier. Chickson still in the box. Now Chickson exits the area and plays it back to Andrews. Andrews now towards the back post. Easily headed away though. Andrews collects it again. Finds Lewis, left edge of the area. Chickson to Lewis. Can Lewis send in the cross? Sets himself. Then Lewis towards the back post. Punched away by Jed Ward. Finds Matt Ward of Woking inside the D. Walker off target. And that was a nice turn there by Matt Ward. Struck it left footed. Couldn't find a target, but at least a bit of life for Woking as they really struggled after the equaliser to try and break down Forest Green.
Yeah, that's where Matt Ward comes alive around the penalty area with his quick feet.
So Dion Moore makes way for Lewis Walker here. Hard working shift from Dion Moore, who again keeps his place in the side.
He's done very well, particularly at the start of the game where, you know, the Woking were against 11 and he was holding it up, using his body well and bringing the other players in, which is exactly what he, you know, with one up top, that's exactly what it was needed. He played that role very well.
Goal kick taken from Jed Ward, bouncing towards left foot side. Was just a light shove there through the back of Dan Moss by Quigley. So it's a short free kick play from Gorman. Cross to Andrews in the centre of the Woking half. Here's Chickson. Chickson looks to play over halfway to Lewis and thinks otherwise. Lavernier close by. Chickson through the centre circle to Moss. Now Moss over halfway. It's a short pass to Ward. Ward turns and goes back on halfway to Gorman. Gorman to his left to Chickson. Chickson by the centre circle. Now Chickson out to Andrews. Andrews drifts in field. Back to Chickson. Chickson to Gorman in the centre circle. Can Gorman Maybe play on through the middle. He goes out wide to Ward. Nicely controlled there from Matt Ward. Ward now tries to get one-on-one with McAllister, but Ward goes on his outside to Moss. Moss sends in the ball, easily volleyed away out the box from Adam May. Ball bouncing there inside right, 25 yards and goal. Gorman towards the area, dealt with by the head of Tozer. Flicked further away from Forest Green from May. Now Chickson back into the centre circle. Now it's gone all the way back from Dyche to Jaskalainen. Chickson available as a short option as Woking need to build from the back again. Just over 12 minutes remaining here at the Laithwaite Community Stadium. Woking 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. Gorman. Short ball to Buteman. Buteman plays it back in the centre circle to Harris. Now plays it back in the centre circle to Dyche. Out to Chickson. Here is Walker. Chickson on the ball again. And now here's Gorman. Just in front of halfway. Gorman. Short passes right to Moss. Woking being patient here. Now Ward. Midway inside the Forest Green half. Ward tries to get on the outside of Robson. And Ward tends to put the cross. Good block there by Jamie Robson. But that will do for Woking. They do have a corner kick on the right hand side.
Matt Ward coming into a bit more now. And obviously also against what will be a tiring defence. So he'll be hoping for a positive last 15 minutes.
So Jamie Andrews to send in the corner kick from the far side. Could this be the moment for Woking? So in swinging from Andrews towards the back post, couldn't quite find the head of Dyche, flicked out for a throw to Woking. So he needs to try and continue the pressure. So here is Den Lewis to take the throw. Throw from Lewis to the feet of Kendall, cleared away for another Woking throw there by Long. So Chickson has the option to play the throw short to Lewis. Chickson still searching for the best option. Lewis moves towards, and now Chickson goes back to Dyche. Dyche has Andrews calling for it. Andrews in the centre circle. So now Woking maybe looking to shift it to the right hand side. They do indeed. Andrews square to Moss. Now forwards to Ward. Ward down the right for Walker. Walker puts a low ball towards near post. Not enough pace, but again another corner for Woking. Turned behind by Tozer for a corner kick.
Good runs, good thinking. Ward to Walker there, who made an excellent run. Pushed the ball across, but again, Forest Green, packed defence, scrambled it away for a corner, really.
So Jamie Andrews, another corner to put in for the right hand side. Andrews delivers, headed down for Walker, wide the target, and that will be a goal kick. Did come off Lewis Walker last. And Woking still looking for that goal to completely turn this game on its head. So another substitution here. Timmy Odesina, great to see him back in the fold now, coming on for Adam Chickson. He picked up an injury early on the season, so he's come on with 10 minutes to go. Just get a feel for things again. Goal kick here for Forest Green Rovers. The leaders will gladly take a point, but can they find that moment maybe to get themselves back in front? Willstone 2-0 up now at FC United, by the way. So goal kick taken by Jed Ward. Just under 10 minutes to go. Flicked on from Quigley out to left hand side. Now ball to the feet of Quigley again. Quigley tries to play it quickly into the box, but it's played back to Jaskalainen. Neck of time for Moss to clear. Now Ward midway inside zone half, trying to hold it up. Just heavy touch from Ward though, as he was contesting with Robson. Throw taken to McCann. McCann slips, still tries to keep hold of the ball. McCann falls to the ground, pokes it now short to the feet of McAllister. That did come off Ward last. Throw to McAllister midway inside the Woking half. Thrown down the left for Quigley to hold up against Moss. Quigley infield to McAllister, edge the area, heading towards the byline. Gorman tries to put in the challenge, but McAllister keeps hold of it. Close to the corner flag now. McAllister back on the left to McCann. McCann's cross block from Buteman. Thought could enter the box now. Has into the box in the end, but cleared away there from Dan Moss. So Forest Green, they'll be sensing that they can maybe try and push Woking back, and they'll be feeling the tension. Obviously Woking haven't won a league game in 7, and some positive results in there with the draw Eastleigh, draw against York, but certainly desperate for that win. Short throw from Long, Quigley to Long now. Here's Lavinier contesting with Odesina. Odesina looking to win it back, but Forest Green hold it on the right side. Now past Lavinier, edge of the box. It does find McCann just beyond the D. Here is May on the ball in the box. May onto his right foot. May shot blocked from Odesina. That's good to see Timmy Odesina back doing what he does best, but corner kick for Forest Green Rovers.
Great interception there by Odesina. That would have been a dangerous shot, and good to have it, as you say, good to have him back.
Corner kick on the right hand side for the league leaders. They battled terrifically with 10 men, kept themselves in this game. 7.5 minutes of normal time left. Can they get their noses back in front to make sure that they stay top of the league? So Adam May had his shot blocked there from Odesina, puts the corner kick towards near post, cleared away for a throw in. So again, Woking now some defending to do. So they've struggled to break down Forest Green a lot this second half.
Toes are going over, so we're going to have one into the mixer again from him. So a little bit, this has been the most sustained pressure really from Forest Green this half.
Certainly has been. Can they take advantage of it? 10 minutes to go, one apiece between Woking and 10-man Forest Green. Ben Tozer put one of his trademark long throws into the area, and Tozer now sets himself. Tozer towards the near post, looping towards the 6-yard box, head up into the air. Control for Lavinier with his back towards goal. He's in the area. Lavinier back kills it. Here's McCann, right edge of the box, now on the byline. McCann tries to put it in, then plays it back to Tozer. Tozer's delivery easily headed away there from Buteman. Now poke from Ward to Kendall, and now Woking can attack it. Kendall over halfway. Kendall trying to use his pace. Good sliding challenge there from Moore Taylor, and Forest Green have it back. A Lavinier down the right hand side for McCann's chase. Now it's Forest Green on the front foot. Odesina cross. Odesina turns on the byline. Odesina pokes it back to Dyche, and then Dyche quickly gets out of his feet to give it to Dan Moss. 6 minutes to go. Woking 1, Forest Green 1. Woking had a chance to counter-attack there, but Kendall couldn't beat his man. So a few yards behind halfway on the far side with Del Gorman. Andrews calling for it. Gorman goes to Odesina. Then it eventually reaches Andrews. Andrews. Ball glued to his left foot. Infield now to Harry Buteman. Have Woking got a big chance in them. Buteman, square for Gorman. Gorman out to Ward, and now Ward goes backwards. It's the feet of Moss, infield to Gorman. Gorman just under midway inside the Forest Green half. Day's got to pass in the centre to Odesina. Plants it out to Lewis. Level with the penalty area. It's taken on Lavinier. Now Lewis chips the cross in towards the back stick, but it's headed away in the centre there by Moore Taylor. Now here's Odesina, infield to Andrews. Midway inside the Forest Green half, right in the middle now. Gorman out to Ward, controls it on the stretch. Can he get into the box here? Ward, couple of step overs, pokes the low ball in, cleared away from Forest Green once more by Robson. Now Gorman to Moss, short pass down the right to Ward, returns it back to Moss. Moss goes further back to Gorman, infields to Andrews. Andrews just over 25 yards and goal, places it out to left now to Den Lewis. Can Woking find that killer ball? Lewis step overs to take it into the area. Lewis up against Lavinier. Now Lewis just beyond the D's. Andrews takes a shot on, it's blocked, and that will go out for a corner kick. Was blocked there from Quigley doing his defensive duties, and Andrews just trying to lift the Woking fans.
Yeah.
Jamie Andrews on the right hand side, just under 5 minutes of normal time remaining, and he's got Ward by his side, takes short corner. Andrews goes short, but to Gorman instead. Gorman, who's inside right, takes too long to try and send it in. Here's Ward trying to burst down that right hand side. Good tackle there from McCann, and now it's cleared out the box from Robson.
McCann has been brilliant.
And was there possible raised arm? Didn't quite see that. Odesina to Gorman. It looks like McAllister went down for a second. Gorman twist and turn in centre circle. McCann puts a tackle in. Odesina pokes it forwards. Now Walker back towards Andrews. Andrews loses the ball. Now it's a long ball forwards here for Forest Green to counter attack. It's found quickly. Edge of the box. Good tackle there from Timmy Odesina, chasing the ball down. Odesina gets across quickly, does brilliantly there, and that will be a throw to Forest Green. But Del Gorman's down the centre circle, and again Woking left themselves vulnerable on the counter.
Yeah, that was I don't quite know what happened there. That was he seemed to get the ball caught under his feet, but
Del Gorman's down the centre circle, looking at a bit of pain at the moment. But a terrific defender again for Timmy Odesina. He's only been on for a short period of time. Already some brilliant tackles. Gateshead will lead the team that beat Woking in the midweek. Solihull Moors by a 1-0. So it looks like Gateshead just got themselves a stoppage time winner there. FC pull one back against Willstone. That clash towards the bottom of the league. So obviously Woking for the time being will be keeping an eye on that. As it stands in the table, actually Woking going up into 18th place. Sting Standards, Maynard trailing at Yeovil Town. So Forest Green Rovers have a throw. Again, we all know he's going to take this one. Ben Tozer sets himself now, throws it short in the end. Tozer's trying to catch Woking out. Play back to Tozer from McCann. Here's McCann with just over 2 minutes and all time left. Can he get the cross in? He does send it in, but it's an easy catch for Jaskalainen. Now can Jaskalainen quickly hit it forwards? Jaskalainen with his left foot, looking for the runner Kendall. It's a slice clearance there from Jamie Robson. Woking throw.
So Woking back on the front foot now in the opposition half. 2 minutes of normal time to go, and they really just got to keep going and hope that the openings come.
2 minutes plus stoppage time for Woking to try and create some openings. It's been a frustrating second half for Woking, even though they have got that equaliser. Odusina to his left to Andrews. Back to Odusina. Short to Gorman. Just in front halfway on the right hand side. Gorman turns. Squares it in the centre circle. Now Odusina. To his left to Andrews. Andrews trying to find that short pass. Doesn't have anyone around him. Andrews has to go back on halfway to Dyche. Gorman now. Turning in the centre circle. Looking out to the right hand side. Gorman. Nice line breaking pass to find Buteman. Here is Ward. Ward now clips it towards header Walker. Walker can't quite win that aerial duel, but it'll break here. Now to the feet of Denton Lewis. Lewis just inside the box. Lewis's cross blocked there, and then a catch there from Ward. There's a good block from Long, and then Ward just flung himself towards the ball. Now into the last minute of normal time here. Woking, time is ticking away for them. Try and get that winning goal. Again, Ward, understandably, just taking his time. So it's a long ball, spinning forwards by Ward. It's headed down and away by Dyche. Here is McCann's forward ball, just a bit too heavy there. Towards Adam May, who was inside right channel, just behind the area. Now Jaskalainen rolls it to Timmy Odusina. 20 seconds of normal time to go. Still Woking 1, league leaders, and fought for 10 men a lot this match, Forest Green Rovers. Here is Moss, just over halfway to Ward. Now Ward charging down the right hand side. Tries to get beyond McAllister, attempts the cross, hits it off Robson. It will be a throw to Woking. Level with the penalty area on the far side, and Ward leaves it for Moss to take.
Three added minutes.
3 minutes added on time. Interesting, we had double that in the first half. Obviously that was due to Moss going down injured after the Innes tackle, which got him sent off. So only 3 minutes left here for winner to try and be found. Moss to Ward, back to Moss. Now worked into Gorman in the centre circle. Gorman to Odusina. Odusina, nice touch with his left foot. Now Odusina through the centre. Short to Walker. Walker square to Andrews. Out to Lewis now. Lewis, can he get a delivery in? Lewis cuts in. Lewis just behind the air. Lewis cuts in, tries to go for a shot block for Lavernier. Here's Odusina. Now to Gorman. Into the feet of Moss. Moss to Ward. Ward. Tristan Field then goes back to Gorman. So first minute of stoppage time of the 3-up. Odusina in the centre. Out to Andrews. Andrews. 25 yards on goal. Right into the middle. Short and square to Buteman. Now goes out to Ward. Ward tries Jenkins the box, then plays it back to Gorman. Gorman's looping ball. That's pushed over the top by Jed Ward for a corner kick to Woking. The goalkeeper did not want to take any chances there. So Del Gorman, corner on the left hand side for the Cardinals. So midway now into the 3 minutes of stoppage time. Can Woking find a precious winner to get them their first league win since the 10th of September? Del Gorman's got to put in a perfect delivery here if Woking are to do that. And then Gorman towards the back post, can't find Header Walker, flicked away there from Quigley, kept alive there from Moss. Now lifted in from Andrews, head over the bar from Dyche from close range, and that was the chance. Lifted in from Andrews, and Dyche close range, headed it over the bar. Only a minute to go here. And that was a big chance there for Max Dyche from close range. Eastleigh have got a late equaliser against Boston, as well as Eversley against Wealdstone, so some late drama in the National League, but again, doesn't look like we'll get late drama here. Layfield Community Stadium. Gateshead have beaten Solihull by goal to 0. Hartlepool won 2-0 against Aldershot. Oldham won, Dagenham 0. So goal kick from Ward. Forest Green are almost there to collecting something. Dyche heads it away now. McCann, tackle from Gorman. Gorman brought down. Only 15 seconds to go at Layfield Community Stadium. Last chance of Woking. Del Gorman to take the free kick. But now it's left here for Woyask Line to take. The home fans are not happy. As Forest Green man, I think that was McAllister just trying to cheekily kick the ball. It was McCann, I beg your pardon, trying to kick that ball away, but it is Jääskeläinen just behind halfway. So over the 3 minutes, this is Woking's last chance. Jääskeläinen into the mixer, headed down for Oldesino. Forest Green getting away only as far as Den Lewis, and there goes the full-time whistle, and it's finished Woking 1, Forest Green 1. Well, on paper, that is a good point for Woking, but a bit of frustration that they can't get through the 10 men of Forest Green, but huge credit to them. They have fought brilliantly today. Carl McAllister put the visitors in front on the counter-attack 3 minutes before half-time. Doidge's header found McAllister cutting and put a low shot into the bottom corner. But Woking did level things up earlier on the second half. Dan Moss meeting Gorman's looping ball towards the back post, but Woking just couldn't find that moment to get that winning goalie, and it's finished 1 apiece.
Yeah, it's firstly both sides gave their all, and well done to Forest Green for defending so stoutly. Woking, it was a good game for Woking in so many respects. That as a side, they're not that far off. But it's just those final little bits of composure or class when the chances do come to be able to take them. But it's a point. It going to the FA Cup next week on the back of draw against the top side. But could have been more. It could have been more, and they would have been looking to bust a gut to make it more, but in the end the spoils are shared. Well done to Forest Green, and Woking go on to Cambridge next week.
Yeah, big game in the FA Cup. It's a bit of a respite from Lee, but frustration for Woking, despite, as I said, on paper being a good point. Again, just not meant to be the 3 points. They still wait for their first league win since the 10th of September. But a point for Woking to take forwards. Hopefully they will get those wins in the league sooner or later. So big month coming for them. November, they have 3 home games in the league, and of course that Cambridge FA Cup game. So full time here at Layfield Community Stadium. It has finished Woking 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. Cool. Yes, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think what player I'd need today. Yeah, I've done with Dan Moss this season. Jamie Andrews, possibly. Just needs to do it. Full time here at the Layfield Community Stadium. It's finished Woking 1, league leaders Forest Green Rovers 1. Woking actually started off the game really well. Dan Moss had an early shot save from a Dion Moore cross, and Dan Lewis had a close range shot over the bar. The big moment in the match came just over 20 minutes in. Innes sent off for Forest Green Rovers for a heavy tackle on Moss on halfway, but really Forest Green adapted well to that red card. They went in front 3 minutes before half time. Carl McAllister getting his second this season. Doidge flicked out towards the right side. McAllister cut in and struck a low shot, not a lot of power but too much direction on it. The Jääskeläinen down to his left hand side. Andrews had a cross denied from Ward in first half stoppage time, but Woking eventually got their equaliser early on in the second half. A short corner routine, Del Gorman lifted it towards the back post, towards header Dan Moss, and his looping header went over the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. But after that, Forest Green defended resolutely. There wasn't many chances for Woking. Their best chance came from Dion Moore, who had a close range shot saved by the goalkeeper after a dangerous drop from Jamie Anderson left. But on the whole, the league leaders cope well. That's some threatening counter-attacks by their own. Simeon Orsina came off the bench for Woking and had some brilliant challenges. Again, Adam May had a shot blocked by Simeon Orsina. So it's all the shared here for Woking. They still wait for their first league win since the 10th of September. As a Forest Green, they go marching on in a 1-1 draw here at the Laithwaite Community Stadium.
Going forward, and Forest Green come to absorb chance after chance. Lewis with a chance more as well on the left-hand side. However, Forest Green's defence resolute and saw out with over the 3 minutes of time at the end of the match. Got to be quite happy with the point. Results didn't go their way, which means they got to second place, but not a bad point considering the 10 men they had for the majority of the game. All time here at Kingsfield is Woking 1, Forest Green Rovers 1. And Tom, that was a 1.
Full time here at the Laithwaite Community Stadium. It's finished Woking 1, league leaders Forest Green Rovers 1. Woking actually started off the game really well. Dion Moore putting a low cross to Dan Moss, and his shot was saved by the feet of Jed Ward. Had a really good game between the sticks of Forest Green Rovers today. Then Lewis, then not too long after, had a shot from close range over the bar. But the big moment of this match came just over 20 minutes in when Ryan Innes was sent off for a heavy challenge on Dan Moss on the halfway line. But I have to say, Forest Green Rovers adapted to being down to 10 men really well, and they broke the deadlock just 3 minutes before half time. Carl McAllister scoring his 7th of the season after Christian Deutsch flicked out towards the right side. McAllister jigged into the box and hit a low shot beyond the reach of Will Yasline. Not a lot of power on that. Maybe Yasline might be a bit disappointed that one. Woking could have equalised on the stroke of half time. Andrews putting a cross, which was well safe and Ward as it came through everyone. But Woking did get their equaliser 7 minutes into the second half. Short corner routine. Del Gorman lifted towards the back post where Dan Moss met it, headed over the goalkeeper into the opposite corner to bring Woking level. Really, Woking couldn't break through Forest Green, didn't create many chances at all. The best chance of the match after the equaliser fell to Dion Moore for Woking, crossing Jamie Andrews from the left hand side. It found Moore at the back post, but just couldn't get his feet sorted out quick enough, and his close range shot saved. Forest Green Rovers fought really hard for the point. They actually had some threatening counters, but Woking did deal with them well. So Woking still no league win since the 10th of September. It's finished here at Laithwaite Community Stadium. Woking 1, Forest Green Rovers 1.